and we'll bring fans a live preview, breakdown, and predictions for all sessions of bowling. Get an inside look at your favorite drivers and competitors. Mark your calendars, July 21st and 22nd for the Countdown to Bowl Time show, going on air 1 hour before the start of each session. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook to watch the free live stream. Join the Countdown to Bowl Time live stream for the Super Bowl of the South in Chapel Hill, Tennessee. Full Pull is the official fan app for truck and tractor bowling, and will bring fans a live breakdown and predictions for all sessions of bowling. Get an inside look at your favorite drivers and competitors. Mark your calendars, July 21st and 22nd for the Countdown to Bowl Time show, going on air 1 hour before the start of each session. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook to watch the free live stream.
Bowling fans, strap yourself in. Chapel Hill Lions Club, National Tractor Bowling Association, Chapel Hill, Tennessee, Friday, July 21st, and Saturday, July 22nd for the 40th annual Lions Super Bowl of the South. Grand National classes include the multi-turbo super stock diesel tractors, ground-pounding modified 4x4 trucks, fire-breathing pro-stock tractors, the trial and ride, mini-ride, and the monsters of the Midway, unlimited multi-engine model. For tickets and more information, go to LionsSuperPoles.com. The gates open at 4 p.m. and polling begins at 7 p.m. each night. Chapel Hill, Tennessee is the place to be on July 21st and 22nd for the Lions Super Bowl of the South, voted NTPA Grand National Bowl of the Year 8 times.
Doug, do I still have a bad echo? Or Cody, do I sound bad? Worse than normal?
No, I didn't hear it on the last one, but you did. The commercials were.
Okay. I wonder if it's because I had the Full Pull website backed up behind it. I'm not sure what happened there. So welcome, everybody. It's Monday, July 17th. Jason Schultz here with the Beer Money Polling Team, Doug Borth and Cody Vanderholm from Vanderholm Media. We're going to be your hosts. I don't know if Charles or Ryan are jumping in. Summer's always super busy, and we just kind of send out a link, and whoever gets on, gets on. But the agenda for tonight is basically like this. We're going to – the Chapel Hill games are live now. Okay? $2,500 if you pick every winner for session one. So each of us are going to make our picks. And then at 8:15, we're bringing Clint Bowman on from Chapel Hill, the Lions Super Bowl of the South from 8:15 to 8:30. Then Nick Gallitz is going to join us from 8:30 to 8:45 to talk about the Helenville Super Nationals, Badger State Truck and Tractor Pull. Ken Summers and Jason Hiller coming on at 8:45 to talk about Platte City. And then after 9 o'clock, it's kind of wide open. We talk about where we were this last weekend, and there's always something comes up. And Cody always has some good ideas as well. Depends how much bourbon he's been drinking yet tonight. So how are you, Cody?
Yeah.
Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. So, well, Doug, you won some money from Full Pull last week, didn't you?
I did. $150.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. For the biggest struggle they're having out Adam Wilson just says, rained out in Greensburg tonight. Listening on my drive home. Yeah, I saw it. Adam had set up in Greensburg, Indiana, didn't he? Cody, did you see?
Yeah, I saw a picture from here a little bit ago that
he did his office view. So
yeah.
Bruce is jumping on right now. Bradley Sturgeon says, good evening, everyone. Bradley's doing a great job promoting pulling as well. And Mr. Pulltown Nut, he's a super fan. And Cody just left us already. Oh, Cody's back.
I'm back.
Mr. Pulltown Nut says 29 days until the biggest, wildest campground party of 2023. So the gang is all here now. There's Charles. Charles is in a different location tonight. So
yeah, home renovations kicked me out of my office right now. So
well, welcome everybody. We're going to start out tonight with the Chapel Hill games are up already for the Pick'em contest. So I'm going to do mine on air, and I don't know if Charles, if you guys want to get in and make your picks as well, we can talk about this. But I don't know if you saw that, Charles or Ryan or Cody. If you saw the leaderboard, Doug Borth won $150 this past weekend in the little. What did for Henry, right?
Yeah.
So
it was. I had 3 firsts, a second, and a sixth, and it was the top score out of 140.
Charles or Cody or Ryan, have you guys played any of the games yet, or have you had any success if you played them?
I've been the few that I've entered, I've been a horrible failure.
I did pick Kevin Masterson to win the Pro Stock, so I'm gonna. That's like the most lock of the year right now. That guy's a stud. But I missed everybody else and Henry on Saturday night. So
I came in 4th at one of the sessions at Rock Valley, and that was about it.
Bruce, have you had much luck yet?
I never actually got mine to submit.
Okay. So I don't know if it's up on the Apple Store yet, guys. I do know it's up on the Google Play Store, but I have the website up right now. So
it'll be a lot easier once it's on the app, because this could get addicting if you guy does well for a while.
And again, it's free. It's free to play. It's free to play. Free to play, and then you win the cash. So, and then spoiler alert: prop bets are coming out tomorrow, Charles. So like the Super Bowl has like the heads or tails and.
Yep.
They're doing all that stuff. It's going to get rolled out tomorrow. I haven't seen all the games yet. I just will get a text message or something saying, hey, it's posted. Go start promoting it. So, again, I don't work for Full Pull. I know a lot of you think I do. I don't. I just love it, and I think it's great for the sport. And I've asked Chase to keep me involved in the Beer Money Pulling team specifically so we can share stuff around and different things like that. So we can pretty much say whatever we want about all this and not get in trouble with the regulators. So I enjoy that a lot. But basically, I'm going to fullpull.us. I'm going to click play now. And the one thing that's causing a little bit of the delays like getting the games up, Charles, on average, what would you say the last puller checks in at the announcer stand for one of the pulls that you announce at?
About 15 minutes after the first truck goes down the track.
Sounds about right.
So, yeah, Roos just goes, that sounds about right. If you're a puller, you're going to want to get checked in a little bit earlier. And that's been like it happened to us in Troy, Missouri, Friday night with the Outlaws. A lot of the Excalibur guys or the Western Series guys or whatever wanted to come hook 4-1. And they had it, they get there an hour before, 30 minutes before. And Chase was texting OJ, and OJ was trying to get hold of Lori Bauer. And so that's some of the logistics of it now. But again, there's still free games to play. So it's not like somebody lost $100 of their own money on it like that yet. But that's going to be one of the things I think, Charles, and you really see it from the announcer stand, Bud, and the organization part of it, that pullers are going to need to be checked in. I did see the Outlaws have had their app. I'm pretty familiar with that. Doug's familiar with that from just as a puller, signing up the Remedy last year. But I saw that the NTPA rolled out something. Did you guys see that on their Facebook page?
No.
On online, they have something on their website now, and I'll try to touch on that, where they have online pre-registration now as well. Have you guys seen this with any others, like Charles or Cody or Roos? Have you seen that with any other associations yet at all?
Not really, and I'd say I think it'll work at the national kind of level, but a lot of these local, more smaller regional groups, I think it'll be a useful tool, but it'll never be the be-all, end-all, because you get a guy who's wrenching down to that last hour whether you can even go or not, and you need to be able to account for those guys too, I guess, is what I mean to say.
No, I get it. I totally get it. So I'm on full.
I like it, though. I think it'll help save on the back end because there can be a lot of chaos around registration trailers. We all know that. I think it'll
Oh
be
yeah.
a help in the future.
Well, and I mean, I know the goal of Full Pull is to turn this into a legitimate, not just everybody's hobby, and then people can get there ahead of time and stuff like that. But that's all part of it, and that's part of the whole vision I know of Full Pull, to get enough money out there to really, so it's not just a hobby. Anyway, so I'm at fullpull.us right now. I hit the play now button. So here's a leaderboard, because a lot of people have been like messaging the Facebook page saying, hey, where are the results at and stuff like that. So you just click on leaderboard. And I haven't done much on my phone yet because I'm an Apple user. I've been using the website a lot. But you can see like Troy, Missouri didn't happen because we didn't get to finish the show because of the lightning, and the rain was insane. The rain really wasn't insane until about an hour after the poll. Here's all those. But Doug, what were you in? Where did you win your money at? The $2,000 challenge?
Yep, I'm going to send you my email, and you can show them what you get when you get a notification.
Okay. So this is the leaderboard. Looks like, Doug, you picked 3 of the 5 winners.
Yep.
So,
and then I had Field Sobriety as my first place light super, and he ended up second. And then Mr. Stacy decided to let his beautiful bride drive and blew my chances on the 4-wheel drives.
Did you text Lily yet and tell her how disappointed you are?
No, I didn't.
I wouldn't either. I'd let that one go. So it's all good. Anyway, so I'm gonna do my picks right now for this, and if you guys would like to help me with this, I'd appreciate it. Super Pull, the South Session 1 Challenge, so $2,500 grand prize. I'm assuming this is to pick all the winners. I have not had a chance to look at this yet, but this is open for everybody. So everybody jump on here, get your picks in here, and we'll rock this out of the park. So what's this game assistant thing? Click one of the selections below and make your picks automatically. It'll do like a quick pick thing, like the lottery.
Like the lottery, randomly get whatever.
Well, I don't want to do that. I want to play. Okay, Diesel Superstock winner. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. And Charles, I think you're going to know more about Chapel Hill than the rest of us. This is like an invite only, or a kind of a pre-register, like not you just don't get to show up and go to Chapel Hill, right?
No, they look at the top guys in Grand National points first, and then fill out the classes from there with people that they want to invite, whether they think it'd be a good draw or somebody local that can help the show out. And you're seeing that in this class right here, where you get the Bellefonte Strikers, which really don't follow the national tour, but bring a good show, and a local guy, Cody Agent, down there too. So be a good class.
Cody's got a Diesel Super?
Apparently.
I didn't know that. That guy's always buying something. So that's cool.
He's only got like a full museum full of pulling tractors. So I mean, he can walk and say, I'm taking this one today.
What poll does he help promote in Tennessee that's just freaking stupid big? Like the crowd last year, I saw a picture on his Facebook page. You guys know? Is it Eagleville?
Eagleville. Yeah, it's
Eagleville.
That might have to be a road trip sometime. So you are seeing it exclusive here, courtesy of Full Pull. These are the pullers you're going to see. And then both classes, Doug, both nights, right? Yeah, I'm sure of that.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure of that. So triple bypass, Colin Ross, Schlaba, Bone Twister, Burge, Lock and Load, Esden Lane, Redline Fever, Chainbreaker, John Bellefonte, Living a Dream, Brandon Hunt, Fearless Farmall, Cody Agent, John Bellefonte, Chain Reaction, Red Horse, Steve Blagrave, just another one, Roger Peterson, Super Rooster, Kent Payne, Dagenhart, Team Dagenhart, digging hard.
Is this
Charles,
the first time Red Horse has been out this year?
Yes.
Man, as much as I want to go with Colin, I think I got to throw one to Blagraves to just come up and shock everybody.
Roos, who you got? Diesel Supers.
Lock and Load.
Lock and Load. So I got to vote for Lock and Load. Doug.
Digging hard.
Okay, Cody.
I'll go with Esden.
Ooh, I like it. Well, we've interviewed Esden in the past, and he said this is, if not one of his favorite polls. He said the Southern hospitality is just stupid. Like they're the nicest, most inviting promoters that he's ever seen. So this is my pick, right? This is my actual game. You guys can do yours later. So I'm gonna grab Bone Twister, Travis Schlaba. So hard to turn down the champ there. 4-wheel drive. So they keep the classes pretty tight then, don't they, Charles? They don't have 20 or 25.
They have to. They don't have the physical space for open entry. That's the limiting thing.
Oh, okay. I'm flying down Thursday. I'm excited. I've never been there, so I'm pumped. I get to go to this and check it out and hang out, get some pictures and videos and stuff like that. So again, the prop bets, I'm excited to see the prop bets. I don't know what they're going to be, but that's going to be the first time full pools have the prop bets. So let's see here. What do you guys like in four-wheel drive? We got Jake Zarin, Rule 19. I don't follow this class as well as maybe Charles does. Jake Zarin, Rule 19. The Outlaw, Mark Mangan. Bucket List, Isaac Zarin. Full Play, Holman Brothers. Danny Johnson, Desperado. Taylor Made, Taylor Corsa. Mick Broughton, Shock Treatment. Didn't Mick win at Toma?
Yes, he did.
Yes.
Carmen Foster is always tough. Ben Ellis, Benjamin. Tyler Corsa, Patriot. Jake Zarin, Fatheads. Larry Peterson, Profab. Lisa Peterson, Profab. The Bounty Hunter, Mark Mangan. So if you guys were watching, let me know who you would pick as well. Charles, who do you got?
I really struggled to go against what Jake's doing with Rule 19. The guy's just on a roll.
Doug?
Do we get the double up or not? Or we got to pick a separate?
No, you can double up.
I'm going to agree with Charles.
Okay. Cody?
I was going to go for the same one, so that's just a tough truck.
I'm going to give the nod to Carmen.
I am too. I'm picking that. That's my lock. Jason Rack says Carmen Foster. Dakota Skuzlik says the Outlaw. Jeff Wright says get some. Bradley Sturgeon says Mick Broughton. Mini rods winners. Oh, holy crap! Did Renee Theobald? Did she win? Did she win in Henry?
Yep.
She won at Henry. Mini rod winners, Chapel Hill. Adam Bauer. Man, this is tough. Holy crap! This is going to be a great class. Renee Theobald, Pretty Wicked. Look Back in Black, Troy Arndt. He won it up in Hutch. Walk the Line, Ron Tobin. Chase Richardson, The Vibrator. Rick Peters, Buckeye Special. Hurricane Halley. Adam Kester, Dylan Bunnage, Reese Shelton, Camille Grayson. 3 Sheltons in the class. Keith Horst, Adam Kester. Wow. Who do you got, Charles?
Seems like both the Theobald tractors are running really well right now, so I'd take those two and flip a coin. That'd be my pick.
Okay. Douglas?
It's Chase's time to shine.
You're picking Chase Richardson?
I am.
Okay. Cody?
Go with Adam and Fitlows.
Drew?
I'm going with Cody. Adam's hard to beat. Well, Kester's are hard to beat at Chapel Hill.
I'm going to grab Adam Bauer and Iron Toy. That's my pick because this is my actual official entry. Pro stocks. Holy crap. Look at this list of pro stocks, you guys. The Chapel Hill guys are on, but I'm going to mute them real quick while we finish up my picks here. Workhorse Pro, Billet Binder, Mac Daddy, Money on Black, Loud and Heavy, Mac Nasty, New Generation Plus, Green with Envy, High Cotton. Ken Couch. Has he been out this year, guys? Have you seen him out?
I'm not sure.
I haven't.
Masterson, Tinker Toy, Rhett Parrish, Kevin Masterson, Ken Couch, Conley Medding, Tim Kane, Kevin Schmucker, Danny Schmucker, Clint Medding. Holy, this is an awesome pro stock class. Wow. I'm going to save all y'all the trouble, and I'm going to grab Kevin Masterson for the win. No, River Rat. Oops, I got to pick the right one. River Rat for the win. That's my lock. I'm not even going to ask you guys your opinion. No? Charles, who do you got quick?
Same one.
Okay, Doug?
That's choice 1. I'll go with El Nino for 2.
Really? Cody?
I'll not argue any of these, really.
Yeah, I know. How do you this is what makes it fun. Bruce?
I think this is Jack's time.
Ooh. I like it. Unlimiteds. And then we're going to start talking to our Chapel Hill promoters here. Adam Bauer, Steve Bollinger, David Richardson, Joe Ader, Doug Theobald, Ricky Rose, Grayson Shelton, Reese Shelton, Billy Beers, Brad Benedict, Tom Nolans, Mark Cole, Wayne Purser, Kevin Criswell. And the Unlimiteds have only ran in Toma, right, this year, guys?
Yeah.
And who won up in Toma? Was that
Adam.
Yeah, and he broke the rear end, right?
Yep.
Okay. Russ Dostal says, pick with your head, not your heart. That's what gets him in trouble. Charles, who do you got?
Whoever doesn't one wheel it. Oh, I mean Joe Ader.
Doug?
Adam.
Adam. Okay. Cody?
I'm gonna go with Ricky.
Yeah, I like it. Bruce?
Who did you pick, Cody?
Ricky Rose. Giddy up.
Gotcha. Bollinger.
Oh, because he did good in Toma, didn't he, Doug?
Yep.
I thought.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna grab Joe Ader because he's got bigger hands than me. He can strangle me, so it's all good like that. So, and then here's the tiebreaker, guys. Distance longest pull of any class. I've never been to Chapel Hill. I'll be there Thursday night. Do they let them pound their guys in the past, or is that a tighter track, or
They can let him go.
can they?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna say 370 will be the distance the longest pull in any class, round to the nearest foot. I read and agree to the terms and conditions. My mobile number 608-604-5068. All of you can do the same thing. Then you get an email from Full Pull, and then your picks are made. And then there's some other picks we'll do later in the show as well. Like the DC, you can pick each one, but that's the big one. That's a $2,500. And you can go back and do all your picks there. So then you can share the game, view the leaderboard. Let's talk Chapel Hill. Right now we have the promoters, Clint and Larry, are on with us from the Lions Club Super Pull of the South. Hey guys, before you talk, I'm going to play your commercial quick, and then we're going to talk Chapel Hill.
Pulling fans, strap yourself in. The Chapel Hill Lions Club welcomes the National Tractor Pullers Association to Chapel Hill, Tennessee, Friday, July 21st and Saturday, July 22nd for the 48th Annual Lions Super Pull of the South. 5 grand national classes include the multi-turbo super stock diesel tractors, ground-pounding modified 4x4 trucks, fire-breathing pro stock tractors, the Wild Ride mini rods, and the monsters of the Midway, the unlimited multi-engine modifieds. For tickets and more information, go to lionssuperpole.com. The gates open at 4 p.m. and pulling begins at 7 p.m. each night. Chapel Hill, Tennessee is the place to be on July 21st and 22nd for the Lions Super Pull of the South, voted NTPA Grand National Pull of the Year 8 times.
Clint and Larry, welcome to Let's Grow Pulling, promoters of the Lions Super Pull of the South. How are you guys doing tonight?
We're doing fine.
Great. Thank you for coming on tonight. We really, really appreciate it. I'm super excited. I get my first trip to Chapel Hill this coming weekend. It's going to be a blast. So,
Well, we'll welcome you here and hope you have a good time.
Weather will be perfect.
What kind of weather are we talking?
All about 95, humidity very, very high. They're talking about normal weather for Tennessee on Friday and Saturday, but Saturday for a change is supposed to be down in the 80s. That's something we're not used to.
Yeah, everybody, they won't know what
83.
So we've had Esden Lane on our show before, and he always says that this is one of your pulls because of your guys' hospitality, the way you treat the pullers. First of all, how many years have you all been doing this? And tell us about your hospitality that you provide for the pullers.
Well, we've been doing it since 1975, so this will be our 48th year.
48th year.
We just try to treat folks the way we want to be treated, you know. We serve meals and provide showers and give them ice and, you know, just try to take care of them here. They put the show on, so we feel like we need to take care of them the best we can.
I love it. What is the history of your event? Like, was there a Lions Club member that was a puller back in the day? Like, how did this all get started?
Kind of some farmers went to the farm machinery show and decided that we needed to have something like that in Chapel Hill, and they come back, and it started basically with farm equipment, kind of run what you brung kind of stuff, and then it kind of upgraded each year to where it is now.
Awesome. Hey, are you guys on your phone right now?
We are.
Do you mind just turning it sideways so we can get a horizontal shot? Give it a
Yeah, the other way.
It should
Probably
adjust.
upside down now.
That's okay. You must not have your rotation on. Go back to.
I ain't got something on.
No, that's okay. How's
that?
We got the trailer in the background there. So.
Yeah, we got the trailer. We've been out working tonight, setting blocks and building fences and trying to get everything going.
Track
work done.
It's a big week. It's a big week. If you're just joining us, everybody, Clinton, Larry, promoters of the Lion Super Bowl of the South, Chapel Hill, Tennessee. Charles, Cody, Doug, Roos, jump on whenever you have a question for these guys. Chapel Hill is one of those, you don't even have to say Tennessee. It's one of those nostalgia polls that you just have to say, I'm going to Chapel Hill, and everybody knows it's in Tennessee. What year, do you remember the year, guys, that you kind of knew that you planted the flag and you had one of the biggest polls in the United States of America?
Shoot. In the early 2000s, I suppose, when we got pull of the year one or two times, you know, it sort of sunk in. Like, that's when Chris Gilbert, you know, he was the announcer and sort of the father of this project. He said, man, there's people coming here from everywhere. So, and then you get, who was a dirt track Cadillac coming from California?
Those guys
right?
come in here, and then the Banner brothers,
Banners
and Bruce Hutchison, and some of those guys, and then a lot of the super stock guys back then, and Danny Dean, and all that bunch that used to come in here, and Tim Engler. When Tim first started coming, and it was just each year we would add to it, and we would see a new face come in, and it finally got to that level where that we know that we were there, and then we had to keep up with everybody else.
Yep. Now, do you guys travel to a lot of other different polls to kind of see what other promoters are doing, or how do you guys keep up with everybody else, if you will?
We do. We'll try to hit 3 or 4 different pools a year. I went to Rockville and Bowling Green last year, and
Farley this year.
Farley this year, and we try to hit the machinery show every year, of course. Just try to keep up communications and see folks and see what everybody else is doing.
Yep. So Bowling Green has the blue shirts. Chapel Hill must have the orange shirts, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, that's what I thought. I thought I'd seen that before.
I bet you couldn't tell, could you?
Well, you know, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but I was able to figure that out, guys. So it's good stuff. If anybody has any questions for our promoters in Chapel Hill, or if you're going to Chapel Hill, or tell us some Chapel Hill memory stories, different things like that, type them in there. Charles, Cody, Doug, have you guys ever been to Chapel Hill? What have you heard about Chapel Hill? We got the guys with us here.
I have not, but can you guys explain your concept or the way you let your get your competitors in? Because it's not a free-for-all like it normally is at any other poll.
Well, like, you know, we just have one track, so it's hard to accommodate everybody. Nobody wants to stay here till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, so we decided a few years ago to just take the top 15 in the NTPA points, and then we'd do an invitational if we didn't have enough in certain places to make it up. So that's sort of been a good thing for us. I think this year we're probably going to have somewhere around 78, 79 hooks maybe. Should get done around 12:30, 1 o'clock, hopefully, if no breakage, nothing major happen. So it just puts on a good show, you know. Everybody wants to be home by 12:30, 12 o'clock something. So it's hard to run them past that, and you just can't have everybody. I wish I could invite everybody that called, but you know, we just can't do it. We're just not big enough.
But there's also something kind of part of that eliteness of it, like it's an invitational. Yeah. There's something to that as well, guys.
There's an exclusivity there that you get to maintain that others maybe don't.
Yeah, that's neat. That's neat.
Yep.
Tyler Slaw, everybody knows Tyler, says, to properly welcome you, Jason, you'll be blessed by being offered some of the most delicious coleslaw you've ever tasted. Don't pass that up, partake in its glory. So.
Well, I've been making it for quite a few years, and a lot of the people, we've smuggled it into Houston, Texas on a plane to one of the pools out there years ago. But
you smuggled in coleslaw.
Yeah, because when we went through the airport, the lady asked me what I had in that little cooler, and I said I have hot slaw. She said, "Well, why is it in ice?" I said, "Well, you smell of it and taste of it, and you tell me." And she called me a few names and tasted of it, and she sent me on my merry way. But that's kind of a thing through the years of getting different pullers to try it, and we always get some newbie out of the bunch, somebody that's never tried it before. And I've been called a little bit of everything under the sun with people trying it.
Sounds like this year's your year.
Come on down.
It sure does feel like it.
Jason is like Jason's like Mikey on the Life commercials. He'll eat anything.
He'll eat anything. That sounds good.
I made this stuff about 3 weeks ago, and it's been sitting in the refrigerator, and I took some out last night to give a guy, and it brought tears to his eyes and sweat on his face, and he said and then I tasted it, and I said, it's just not right yet. So I've got to go back and redo it, and I went back to rework on it, and so it's where it's supposed to be now.
You sound like a moonshiner making coleslaw.
Well, you could probably.
It is a science.
You can clean floors with it, or clean parts with it, or whatever you want to do.
It'll whiten your teeth, Jason. Don't worry.
I'll do a before and after picture. Actually, we'll go live, I think, when I taste the coleslaw for the first time. So
we will definitely have some for you just for that.
Awesome. Bradley Sturgeon says, I don't want you to ever get rid of Diesel Supers, but he says, I know you guys have Diesel Supers, great class. Have you ever thought about changing up and having the Light Supers one year? How do you pick classes, guys?
Well, some of these diesel guys has been coming so long, and it's just hard to cut ties. We did some swapping up a few years ago with the 2-wheel drives and the Pro Stocks, and we tried something new and it's different. You got to change things every once in a while. I don't know if we could get a few more diesel supers, we could keep them, but we'll see what a few years come. That's my favorite class.
I want you to keep the Diesel Supers too, very selfishly speaking. So
that's right.
I don't
think they're going anywhere.
I'm going to beg you to invite me. So awesome. Again, if you're just joining us, we got Larry and Clint from Chapel Hill, Tennessee. I can't believe we're talking to the promoters of Chapel Hill, guys. Charles, this is kind of cool.
You guys are a big deal.
No, you are, Charles. That's why you're on the top of the screen. That's why I'm on the bottom of the screen. Doug,
fellas,
Tony,
what's the best? What's the most memorable year for Chapel Hill that you guys can remember, and why was it so memorable?
Man,
I don't know. We through the years the Brockmans, they were here years ago, and all of that group of guys, and some of the stuff that they would want to do. But one particular night, Dave Banner with his style starting on one side of the track and going on the other side and then cutting it back. And Dave actually come off where you go off of our track completely. He drug sled and all with him. He was doing that signature Dave Banner where he would throw an arm up in the air when he went across the finish line, and he drug sled and all off the side out here. That was a beautiful thing to see, I thought. So, and then Travis Schlabach a few years ago, Travis ignited his going down the track, and everybody got pictures all around the world of that deal.
Yeah,
that was a rough year
see
for
Travis
Iowa
over there for all the fire.
he didn't even know he was on fire.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Year for Iowa machines.
Was it?
Because Tab DeMars did it the next night.
Yeah.
In Chapel Hill?
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
So we've had our share of different things like that, and of course the older pullers, like I said, of Rodland Knox and different folks like that we've been blessed through the years to have, and Floyd Hilton when we had 2-wheel drive clash and stuff like that. It's some of these old guys that we've become great friends with. A lot of these people through the years. We've got one group, I guarantee you they'll be here sometime Wednesday, and they will make a journey down to Nashville. Not calling any names, don't want to get nobody in trouble or anything, but they Vaughn Byers and his group, they will all load up, and we will carry them down to one of the places in Nashville, one of the establishments, and then we'll go back later on at night and pick them up. And that's always a lot of fun to see when you go back to get them.
Yeah, I bet it is.
I presume that trip home is rather memorable.
Yeah.
For you, not necessarily for them.
That's
yes,
right.
you learn a lot of things.
I imagine you have learned
Probably
a
none
ton
of
of
it-
things over the years.
None of it for sharing on this show, I'm sure.
No, this is
Right.
family show. We couldn't tell what we've learned coming back from Nashville.
How far is Chapel Hill from Nashville? Matthew Carter wants to know.
Well over 40 miles.
Okay. I know Matt
40.
lives in North Carolina on the coast, so.
He's probably 13 hours in, ain't he? 12, 13 hours away.
Okay. Yeah, I'm flying to Nashville Thursday night. I think I land at 8:30 or 9:30. I don't know what the time change or whatever, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Well, I hope you've got somebody that's picking you up, or are you going to get a car rental or whatever?
Yep, I'm getting a car. Yep.
Okay, that's a good deal because our track builder, me and him both have experienced it in the last couple of weeks. Nashville Airport, it's grown, and the traffic they have, they do not let you stop to pick up people anymore. Unless you see them. Me and Ken both like to run out of gas going around and around the airport because we didn't have a place to stop and say. I always get a photo bomb here of a large gut that just went behind us right there.
Hey, don't you be hating on large
We're
guts.
starting to draw an audience here. They're looking at me and Rojo like, "What's them two clowns doing sitting over on that block?"
Well, you know they want to be famous, so take the camera,
That's
give
right.
them their 15 seconds of fame.
Yeah, who do we got?
Everybody say
Look
hi.
at all these people.
This is Miss Ellie. She's the backbone between me and Tim. It's Tim, Miss Renee, and everybody else being lazy down that way.
That's all right. Man, it looks beautiful.
Of course, there's the track.
The pit. How many people? Like, I'm gonna throw up this picture up on there. I found this earlier today. I gotta load it up. Give me 1 second, guys. But how many people can you guys hold there? Like, what's the biggest crowd you've ever had?
I don't know, 10 or 12,000 maybe.
Wow,
Probably somewhere in that neighborhood.
that is awesome.
Our event has
Saturday
through
night.
the years has become a meeting place for a lot of the young people. That one end of the track there is I don't know whether you can see it or not, but that's where all the young people at the far end of the track, where they come and gather. All of them has graduated recently or whatever, and the whole, our old football field, which is soccer field now, and display area, it'll be completely full of people. And I don't know whether any of them ever watch the pool or not. They just come and stand and gather and have a good time.
Yep. No, a lot of that is just, it's a good reason to get together and drink some beer, enjoy yourselves. So.
Well, yeah, they watch the Jumbotron and.
Yep. Now, do you all have a campgrounds and things like that as well?
No, sir.
Really?
We have Horton Park, which
Horton
is right
Park.
down the road from us, about 4 miles.
Might hold 40 campers.
Okay, I bet that's full. So.
It's full. Yeah.
How big is the town of Chapel Hill, guys?
Is it 3,000 people now, maybe 35?
When I was growing up, it was a sign on each one. Matter of fact, one of the signs sitting in my driveway said the happy home with 385 people. And it,
But that was a long, long time ago.
GM, after it moved in over at Spring Hill, and then Chapel Hill started growing. Then you got Nissan, it's close to us, and other manufacturers. So Chapel Hill has grown quite a bit.
There's a lot of housing. A lot of housing.
I bet. How many volunteers does it take, guys, to put this event on? How many hundreds?
We'll probably have a couple hundred, 250, something maybe.
Jeez. That's
Wow.
crazy.
Pretty good show. We do all our own concessions, our own parking. We do it all, and of course we do it with the help of the sports teams, the soccers and the bands and stuff like that. Cheerleaders, self programs. It's just a community that comes together and puts in a good 2 nights work.
All of our proceeds, it goes out through this community right here. As Clint just mentioned, does all of our sports programs, does our school libraries, Boy State, Girl State, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, site conservation plan, Leader School for the Blind, Tennessee School for the Blind, many different site programs that all this money that we
Vanderbilt
make go
Children's
to.
Hospital was a big.
We try to help people that doesn't have money to, if they need eye surgery, we can get it done. Doesn't cost them a thing. And none of the money stays with any of the club members. We don't get one penny out of it. We just get satisfaction of seeing everybody else being able to enjoy it and the community come together.
it's great to hear that side of it. I mean, because all of us watching the show right now and the hosts of the show, we're all super fans of polling like yourself. And it's great to see something like this, our hobby, give back as much as it has, to a community and what it means. And it's fun to have truck and tractor pulling take over a town, and you're bringing in the highest level of pulling there is. And, a lot of fun, very, very successful business people that like to, come out and make some noise and blow some smoke for everybody. And it's an awesome feeling. So
we think about what Clint and I can see just sitting here looking. We've got a field house up here that we have built in the last few years, and we finally give it over to our county, to our athletic program. State of the art as far as it's good as any small college. And then right to our right, we've got a softball facility, which they've won I don't know how many state championships. And we have been able to build all of this for the moms and dads and people in the club. So everything stays right here.
That's great. Marty Wilson says Chapel Hills is the bucket list that every avid fan should attend. Definitely go down a day early and visit Nashville. It is worth your time. So Shane Hunt says, my favorite pull all year. We love the people and the hospitality. It just has a different feel to it when you walk through the gate. So
I'm gonna tell you something about the Hunt family. They're great. Mr. Steve, Brandon, all of them. They do a lot to help put this pool on.
I saw Brandon's in the Diesel Supers, right?
Brandon will be in the Diesel Super. He called and said, "Hey, can I come?" I said, "Well, I don't know why you had to ask, but come on." It's kind of like Steve Blagrave. He called last week. How we doing? We ain't been out this year. I said, "Well, it's first time for everything. Come on."
Yeah.
So,
well, I thought about having you guys pick winners and the full poll stuff, but I thought I better not because you want to
I don't think we could.
partial to everybody. So
yeah. That's right.
We
Charles,
love them all.
I'd pick them all.
Yep. Charles picked Blake Graves, and they are tough competitors out of Ackerley, Texas. Great guys. So
they've won several times here.
Yep.
There's
some vehicles that just like certain tracks, and for whatever reason, the old Red Horse loves Chapel Hill. So
Yep.
The old Red Horse loves Chapel Hill.
So I got two questions. Besides the coleslaw, what else is the food that everyone eats?
Just country cooking. We've got a little diner right across the street from us here that most of them go over and eat breakfast over early in the morning, which is just country cooking type of stuff. And then the meals that we serve here is basically the same thing. We'll try to put everybody in our school cafeteria and cool them down for a little while. Let them sit back and drink plenty of sweet tea and eat all the kind of good desserts and all that kind of stuff. So it's just country stuff.
Have you had good luck with weather over the years? Has it stayed dry for you or?
Pretty good up in the last 2 out of the last 8, maybe.
We've had one rain out, and then years ago we had a session that got rained out. But
yeah.
We've been
maybe
pretty
two to three over the last 10 years, maybe one session. Hadn't rained out a whole weekend.
Wow. Charles, Doug, Cody, or Roos, you guys got any more questions?
Fellas, let's talk about economic impact in the community, because I know that the show brings in a ton of revenue for you guys that you guys in turn peel right back out to the community and build things like softball complexes and so on and so forth. And I know that list is very long and quite enviable. But what does it do for that town? Have you guys ever done like an economic impact study, or have you ever heard numbers? I mean, you're bringing in 10 to 12,000 or more people plus the pullers. They got to eat, and if they're not buying it from you, they got to eat somewhere, and they got to get booze somewhere, and they got to get all this stuff. You guys have any idea what kind of an impact that is on Chapel Hill?
I can't imagine, but I'm going to say it would be in the millions, because you've got the hotels around. Of course, they're reaping the benefits, and you've got the beer stores and beer sales, and like you said, food. I don't know. It just trickles down all over.
You've got to remember, we only have 2 traffic lights.
Yeah.
So when you talk about economics and everything, you talk about what restaurants we've got right here in town. We've, of all things, we've got 2 Mexican restaurants, a pizza place, and a Sonic, and one country diner, which is a mom and pop meat and 3 kind of deal. And then that's what we've got right here from traffic light to traffic light. People can go right around us, not very far, and of course, everybody reaps some benefits.
We're probably centralized between Murfreesboro and Columbia and Lewisburg, Cheville, within 20 to 30 minutes from anywhere. Like I said, 40 miles.
So it's really probably more than, if we're being honest, it's more than just Chapel Hill. It's the surrounding area.
It's the surrounding areas.
So it's almost maybe not quite regional, but close.
Right.
We're kind of in between. We got walking horses in Shelbyville, Tennessee, and then in Columbia you've got Mule Day. So we're in between them. So we all kind of share stuff together, promoting stuff for one another.
Nice.
What is your best-selling beer? Mr. Poletown Nut wants to know.
Coors Light.
Seems to be a popular choice nowadays.
That's what we have is Coors Light, Miller Lite. So Coors Light outsells Miller Lite. And I was talking to the folks here lately, and for some reason or another, their sales are off the charts for the last few months. So we've had trouble, going to have a little trouble getting bottle type canned beers this year. We're going back to the old 16-ounce tall boys. So I didn't ever know that would be a dilemma, but he said that's all they can get because they're sold out. So
yep, no, it makes sense. Who are some major sponsors that help you guys every year that you want to mention on the show tonight?
I'll tell you what, H&R AgriPower is one of our major sponsors. Awesome. Touchstone Energy with Duck River Electric Company. They do well every year, and there's a local car dealer with Nick Mayer Chevrolet. There's a lot of small, like Thompson Cat Machinery. They do a lot here for us. We've picked up a couple new sponsors this year with JCB out of Murfreesboro, and then a Bobcat dealership out of Columbia. I hope that they'll grow. Bush Hog, I guess, has been one of our biggest in the last 2 or 3 years.
Okay.
They've done really well. Really glad to have them.
I saw Cody Agent had Bush Hog on one of his Facebook posts, his Fearless Farm Hall. So.
He's a Bush Hog dealer. So yeah, Cody's going to come pull with us in the super class.
Yeah, we didn't know Cody had a super. We knew he had a lot of tractors, but we didn't know he had a super.
Yeah, he's got a super. He says he's going to come on. I said, well, I told him just bring it on.
Bring it on.
We'll see what he can get.
Yep.
Cody's been good for the community, and he's helped us out around over the past years too. So,
is his hometown Eagleville? Is that pretty close to y'all?
It's 8 miles, maybe 7-8 miles down the road. So yeah,
Shane Hunt says you'll never guess who it used to belong to. So I'm guessing the Hunt family, maybe.
I don't know. I was thinking Parrish, but
okay.
It may have went through the Hunts, or the Hunts may have had it.
So the
Hunts,
who's the closest puller? Is it Cody? Like, who's the closest puller?
Cody'd be the closest puller.
Okay.
Cotton picking deer.
And then you'd have Ken with cotton picking deer and high cotton.
Yep.
I guess would be next.
Yeah. No, Shane Hunt does say Clint. He said it was Parrish's. So
it was Parrish. Okay. I was thinking that was right.
What's the closest Grand National NTPA hook to you guys? I don't.
Probably Brandenburg.
Brandenburg,
maybe. Yeah.
Okay, and that's a pretty good run, isn't it? From Brandenburg to Chapel Hill, I'm guessing.
Probably 4 or 5 hours, 4 hours.
Every bit of it.
So your fans really, truly appreciate that the big boys and girls are coming to town. Then, basically.
That's right.
Yeah, we still have a lot of the different state pools and stuff, different level around us. Still putting on some pretty good shows and everything, but we have been blessed through the years to have the big boys and big girls to show up down here, and it's not taking nothing away from anybody, but it's a class act and a class show, and they put on a great show for us, and we love to see them come.
No, it's awesome. I mean, it's. We were doing a pick'em contest for Full Pull, before you came on, and it's a who's who of pulling. I mean, all these names are big name everybody recognizes every name except Cody Agent. That was the only one that I'm gonna have to talk to him and see how he got on that list. I'm just joking. So,
We won't tell him you said that.
no, he's watching. I guarantee.
He's watching right now, probably so.
I guarantee is. I'm gonna get a text message in a little bit. He's gonna call me a name. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's gonna be okay.
I got
guys, I have two questions for you. One, I noticed when you guys were talking about sponsors, you mentioned some of the little guys, but you also mentioned a lot more big name national corporate sponsors than we hear out of most shows that most events that we've interviewed for. What does it take to get what does it take to build that relationship and keep that relationship alive, to keep them on board as a sponsor? Is it a who you know thing, or is it
communication, who you know? You build friendships. We're there for years. We had Shell Rotella was a big deal. We got in with Larry and was it Lurch? No, that came down.
And then we
met all them.
And then for years, we before all the laws got changed, Red Man was big with us.
Yes,
we were big in Red Man at Copenhagen, and we were one of the first because we're right here close to Nashville that got involved with them, and they went big time with tractor pulling there for a while, and then of course, like little in law enforcement stuff as far as the tobacco products and all that kind of stuff, it went by the wayside. But they were great for years for our sport.
Just got to build relationships.
I think the main thing is just show them that you're genuine, you're real. You're going to stand by what you say and promote them. And it's like Clint said, communication with these guys and showing them that you're real.
And being a 501c3 doesn't help. Doesn't hurt.
Yeah, I imagine that's probably that's probably a pretty good one.
Yeah.
All right. So question number 2. If I introduced myself and said, I'm putting on my first show this year, and I'm not, but what is the number one piece of advice that you would give to a rookie promoter, a guy who's putting on his very first show? What's the most important thing that's critical to success?
I would say before you even attempt it, that you would come to Chapel Hill or a Bowling Green 1 and see and start from the beginning and see what it takes. A lot of people think that, if you show up a couple nights a year and it's there. We've got a tractor pull committee, and I know Bowling Green does too, that works year round on putting their shows together and promoting stuff. So all the extra work that goes behind that, to somebody that's new in it, seeing when they promote stuff, we work through it, just seeing what all it does take, and then finding out, where you're going to make mistakes, what to do and what not to do.
And find a lot of friends, because it takes a lot of people to make it happen.
Promoters, you heard it there. These guys have, if there's one pull on this planet that has reached, baller status, it's these guys. Go to school on what they just told you.
For sure. Clint, how many years have you been involved?
1986. So, I don't
37.
know. 37, is that right?
Larry?
Early 80s.
Early 80s.
I can remember some of our first pulls. Is I sit back here and look at the track. We turn around and look at it. I can remember when our grandstands were. It was a trucking company here would let us borrow flatbed trailers, and people would sit up on that, and people would bring blankets and stuff and sit down on the ground. And then I look.
Man, I would love to see some photos of that.
And you look at where we're at now and see the facilities that we have and through the years, and what a lot of people don't understand there, we've got a lot of seats that different communities and schools throwed away, and we went and got them and brought them here and worked our tails off, repairing them and putting them back together
every night.
And
Ag shop. We had the ag shop.
We had everybody in town
building bleachers.
building
Everybody brought their
seats.
welders together and acetylene torches and tanks and stuff. And it's just been a community affair. It's not just really mainly the Lions Club. It's been the whole community's come together and put this on for years.
Dr. Wayne Roush years ago, you talk about learning, our track builder, he's one of the best is in the business. And he told us one year, he said, y'all's track is dead. And we didn't know what he meant by it. And he said, you need to sow it down in this and get earthworms to growing around in it and everything. And said it'd get better. Well, the second year he come back, he said, I told you a little too much. He said, y'all's track is almost like the one in the Farm Machinery Show. It's gotten that good. And we see a lot of breakage now because the track is that good. So
That's good.
you learn from some of the best, and you listen to people like Dr. Wayne Rouse that told us what to do to the track to make it even better.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We've been growing weed on it every winter ever since.
That and turnip green.
That and turnip greens. That's right.
Turnip greens, that's a first.
Yeah, it is.
That sort of busts the soil up pretty good and keeps it loose.
I imagine.
I got one last question for you guys. If
Right.
you could have one past or present puller that you haven't seen or would like to see again on the track, who would it be?
Hasn't been in a while. I'd love to see Esmond come back. Esmond, for some reason, ain't going to make it this time. But Esmond's won a lot of chairs over the years. And King of Smoke, everybody loves Esmond. So that would be my pick.
I don't know. I've got a ton of favorites
So,
out there that
Floyd Hilton.
Floyd and that people like
Goes
that
on.
that we have seen through the years. But Engler would be one of the guys because I can remember the first year that Tim pulled in here. We wasn't even expecting him to show up.
6 engines or
He
Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible. He pulled in right behind our grandstands and he waved at us, and all of a sudden his hauler made a sound, and the fan come off and went through the radiator right behind us. So,
Whoops.
prepare his hauler to get him back home.
Marty
Guys.
Wilson says, everyone involved are first class and very hospitable. We consider everyone involved their great friends. One of my greatest memories is when we had lunch at the house close to the grounds, and we all had to leave our shoes at the door.
Yep.
Yep.
And
We still sort of have that meal, but it got so big she couldn't keep everybody going there. She'll still come over and say hi. So that's our Friday afternoon meal.
Nice. Bruce, you were going to say something, buddy?
Guys, everybody, well, a lot of the bigger polls have their own shtick, their own thing that you win if you win the weekend. And you guys have the director's chair. Where did that come from?
You're going to have to answer that.
I don't really know.
I'll tell you, I've been ordering them online for the last 5 years.
No, I don't, Clint, I don't want to know where you get them.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I really don't know how that comes about.
One of the guys that come up with the idea of just putting our logo on it and everything, and then thought we used to give like country hams and stuff away for second place, and most of the folks up north don't know how to do a country ham like we do down here. They think when that stuff's on it, they think it's bad, so they would call Chris back and say, "You give me a ham the other night that I won second place and it's got mold on it," and they throw it away. And they said, no, you just wipe it off. You can eat it. So they started ordering these director's chairs, and they caught on. And it's we even had a guy that got one last year that's never won here. He's come in second place for many, many, many years.
I
And we
don't know
finally,
how many seconds Steve has,
but we finally broke down.
We give him a hard charge
We give him a hard charge award and give him a chair last year. So, but yeah, that's a thing that a lot of the people talks about, how many director chairs that they've got at home or in their haulers that they carry with them.
Adam Kester
Boy,
says,
guys, I don't know if you can read that comment that's on the screen right now, but
I can't.
if there's any if there's higher praise, I haven't seen it. Adam Kester just said this is the best run single outdoor track in the country. So put that in your pipe and smoke it.
We'll put
Well-
that in there and smoke it.
We
Awesome.
we've been connected to that family for quite a few years, and a lot of that started off with Larry and us doing a tribute to motorsports up at Opryland when it was still up there, and getting to go up there and do some things with Larry. And then, of course, we had the uneventful deal here where Larry passed away at our event.
Yep.
And even where he parked at outside, we've got a sign that's attached to the wall down there that we leave, and it talks about Larry and all that stuff. And so we love the family. We love what they have done for us. And as far as Sale Rotella, they've been great for our sport.
I know you guys have had a long-standing connection with him, or with the Kester family. Hell,
Yeah.
Adam, you grew up at that track.
He grew up here.
Yeah, we've watched him through the years, and watched Butch as he would interview Larry, and some of the comments that Larry has made through the years, that the people in the grandstands would go wild. Some of the stuff that he would say, maybe he wasn't supposed to say it, but politically he would say things, and then like if his tractor didn't run good, he would say the Russians got involved with it. They done something to it. And
It was either the Russians or it was Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah,
Nancy.
Yeah.
Nancy did it.
yeah, he would say something to that effect, and then the crowd would go wild.
I know that you could put together one hell of a funny highlight reel of just him being interviewed and the things that he would say when he was there with you guys.
I'll tell you one funny on him. When we were doing the tribute to motorsports up at Opryland, they had one ride up there that we rode, and it was kind of like a big, large roller coaster. And when we come in, when Larry got out, he rolled across the platform, and he reached down and he grabbed his nubs, and he got to screaming and hollering, "Oh my God, my legs, my legs!" And the guy that run the ride, he didn't know what to do, and people were grabbing kids and running and screaming, and there he was flopping around like an old fish out on a hot bank or something. And of course, everybody up there was going crazy, and all but us. We knew what had just happened.
And you guys were just sitting there with the biggest
Yeah.
grin on your faces.
So yeah,
Adam Kester says, my dad begged Chris for years to just pull there. That's awesome.
He did. Chris told him one time, he said, well, if you ever had a leg to stand on, you can come on. And that would dadgummit. If Larry didn't get his legs out and walk up to him one night and said, well, here I am. He said, well, I guess you're coming to Chapel Hill then. So we added a class.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Well, guys, thank you for your time tonight. Thank you for letting us be involved with your event. We are honored to help you promote it, and I'm super excited to be there Thursday night and share the Chapel Hill love with all of our followers. I'll be working the social media hard for Full Pull and NTPA and Beer Money and getting it all lit up for you guys. And I can't wait. I'm going to get me some coleslaw, some hot slaw.
we'll have it ready for you.
We'll have it ready for you.
Awesome.
Be
Thanks,
glad
Glenn.
to have you. Holler at me. You've got my number when you get down here. Just
Yes, sir.
touch base, and we'll
We just asked that
be
you
glad to meet you.
don't go out and get lost in town.
Okay. Fair enough.
Nobody makes any promises at.
If you go to the
It
second
is
light,
Jason.
take a left. Always take a left. You'll come
Oh,
right
take a
back.
left. Just like NASCAR.
That's right.
Yeah.
Don't tell him that. He'll make 3 left turns and it'll be right.
Really, Cody? Really? So, thanks, guys. Have a great night.
All right.
Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you. See
You
y'all.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Yep.
We just got to interview the promoters of Chapel Hill. How cool is that?
Pretty
That was
sweet.
fun.
That was super fun. That I love your promoter questions, Ryan. They're awesome, and I know a lot of current promoters watch the show as well. We're bringing Ken Summers on and Jason Hill next from Platte City, Missouri. A couple clowns, friends of mine and ours that we enjoy a lot, and they're a good time. And
I gotta wonder what in the Dateline Witness Protection Program camera angle stuff is this.
Ken Summers is it's gonna be one of those voices. I'm Ken Summers from Buckner, Missouri. So we'll bring him on here in a little bit. That was awesome. Just very, very, very awesome that they were.
Well, those promoter questions, those add value. And,
Yeah, they do.
And because and not every promoter knows how to answer them. Those guys did. But there's how many shows have we been to, all of us, and I'm not throwing anybody under the bus here, but you think to yourself, good God, how on earth did these people actually pull this off? You know, there are things that we can learn from the folks who have been doing this a long damn time. And at 48 years, 48 years, that's a long time.
Yeah,
And I mean, when, you know, every story starts out with, you know, with some of the people who are maybe a little younger than us, but who have grown up in Grand National pulling families, this one time at Chapel Hill,
yeah,
that means that Chapel Hill is doing it right. So promoters, pay attention. You know, you can learn stuff from this. And this is not me getting on my high horse. But there are things to be learned. And if we're smart enough to ask the right questions, maybe they've dealt with something that you have. Because I guarantee you that Platte City has dealt with something that Chapel Hill has. Actually, I know what they've dealt with. It's ungodly hot.
Well,
So there's some, and that's why we want to. I mean, this is, you know, we're during the summers. Yes, we promote all these shows, but if there's something that we can ask as the interviewers that might be able to provide value to a guy like Jesse Geiza, who's now already starting to work on year number 2 of the Junctiontown Showdown, well, then hell yeah, we're going to ask that, because we want to see that show grow, and we want to see your show grow. So pay attention.
We want to see all of them grow. Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to see all of them grow. So, well, without further ado, Jason Hill and Ken Summers on Witness Protection program there with the black light on. Ken, you got your, well, first of all, Ken, your daughter just got engaged. You're not going to be able to afford that pro stock anymore, buddy, because how does that work? The girl's dad pays for the wedding, right, Bruce?
Well,
correct. And I happen to know where they're getting married.
Where'd Hill go?
And yeah, Ken, you better set that pro stock budget aside for about a year.
That's why we were putting the wedding off for a couple years.
Oh, is that why?
Her getting engaged, I thought was maybe why you were in Witness Protection Program. I thought maybe you did something.
I thought maybe it was the waiting list, but apparently it's because we're getting the pro stock out first, huh?
That's right. That's right.
I see how this works.
Yeah.
Does Sydney know? Have you shared that with Sydney yet?
Oh,
I don't know that she knows that.
She probably would agree, you know. So
fair enough.
Yeah.
Congrats, by the way, buddy.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we're really super excited, and
you should be. He's a good kid.
We
like him a lot.
Be any more excited? They're both self-motivated go-getters, and so maybe I can relax a little bit, you know.
You're never going to relax, Summers. So.
He does farm with Red too, so I guess that's okay.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he fits right in with the Red tractors for sure.
Yeah,
and he's a smart kid too.
He's very smart. Yeah.
Anybody who's invited to the Farm Bureau Innovation Challenge, that's a real deal. That's a big thing. The company that I work for was fortunate enough to be invited to that. We didn't win, but we were invited, and that's a big deal. That's a big honor. So
they both, Sydney went with him to some of that stuff, and she's learned a lot, you know. And they've got some other ideas. They're working on stuff, you know. Hopefully that farming will be a sideline for them one of these days, you know. So
I was just impressed that he sacrificed a baler to make a commercial.
Yeah, the guy that he bought the baler from, he's like, "You're going to do what with my baler?" He's like, "Oh, I'm going to burn it.
I'm going to set it on fire."
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
I love it. Well, welcome everybody. We got Ken Summers joining us. Ken is sponsoring the 4.1 trifecta, which is hook number 1 at the Platte City, Missouri. Excuse me. Which fair is is it the Platte City Fair? Is that which one it is?
Platte County Fair, yeah.
Platte County Fair. Gotcha. So Well, let's talk away, guys. I'm gonna put the poster up on the screen. Give me 1 second.
Did you
And
get
then
Hill
away.
on here?
Yep, he's in the dark too. Both of you guys don't have electricity down there, it appears.
Oh, we just got poor internet. I got to go to the front porch.
Never Hill. We lost Hill again.
No, hell, I'm standing on my dock, man.
Oh, okay. Fair
Shut
enough.
up,
know where I'm at.
Jason.
There it
Jason's
is.
going to
Great.
have a tractor pull at the lake.
The great Platte City Smoke Show. Truck and Tractor Pull Saturday, July 22nd at 6 p.m. Hill, I've seen pictures of your crowd and it's stupid big, buddy. So
Oh yeah, it'd be a great time, guys. Hopefully we can pack them in there, and we have the sheriff call us and say cars are parked along I-29. You got to move them, but that's what we're going for.
when I
That's a
was in
badge of
Mar-
honor, isn't it?
So Jason, tell them about when your tractor pull got called off one year and y'all canoed down where the track was. They
Yeah,
were
it
talking
was.
about-
We got a bunch of rain one night, like 5 or 6 inches, and the fairgrounds flooded. So we all got in canoes and up and down the track we went. Yeah, we've had some good memories there.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Y'all really are from Missouri. Let me tell you.
You guys act like it's a bad thing.
No,
I
I
can say
don't.
that because I'm like 30 minutes from Missouri. So
I feel like I spent half my summer in Missouri, so it's all good. It's all
You
good.
do, Jason.
I know.
Hill, don't let them joke you. They're envious of us. They wish they was in Missouri with us because we have all the fun.
Yeah. I know.
So Summer's legit.
no, you guys have been getting all the rains lately, so that's why we're jealous of you. Right through there, you guys have been getting some nice, beautiful rains all summer long.
The last week or so we have, but we've been really dry to the last week here. But,
So Ken, I was in Troy Friday night and I asked Siri, I said, what is the weather forecast for Marthasville, Missouri? And Siri said, for Marthasville, Missouri, and I'm not joking. Siri
Yeah.
says misery when you do that. So you need to be
uh,
careful though. And my funniest thing in Marthasville, Leroy had to announce over the loudspeaker, for those of you that parked in the bean field, the farmer has called the tow trucks and the tow truck's on its way.
That is fantastic.
yeah.
It wasn't earlier in the night. Some gal comes up like with 5 license plates wrote on her hand, and she's like, she makes Leroy read them off, and then next thing you know, the farmer has called the tow truck. If you're parked in the bean field, he's on its way. I was trying to watch the crowd, like, all right, who's jumping up and running for their trucks? So. But again, 6 p.m. The Platte City Smoke Show. Limited Pro tractors, modified 4x4 trucks, limited Pro 4x4 trucks, modified 4-wheel drive trucks, Pro stocks, Pro Street diesels, limited Pro semis, and the modified tractors. 8 classes, right, Doug?
Yep.
And then Platte County, Missouri Fairgrounds. How far are you from Kansas City, Jason?
Oh, we're from the KCI airport. We're 10 minutes, if that.
Yeah,
We're
so
just straight north of I-29 to the Tracy exit, and then right there on the west side of I-29 in Platte City.
So is your fair like a week-long full, a pair?
Yeah, we start Wednesday of this week. We have a rodeo. Thursday night's a demolition derby. Friday night demolition derby, and then we'll clean the track all up, build a track or pull a track, and get ready for you guys to be here Saturday.
Jason, when did you get started pulling with did you start with diesel trucks, or what's your pulling history?
No, I actually started with an 8 John Deere. Greg Potter, Steve Alkire. There's a bunch of guys around northern Missouri, central Missouri, kind of got me hooked on it. And then Patrick O'Brien and those guys, they built the green truck, and then we just kind of grew from there. Probably did the green truck back in 2015, about 2015 when the 2.6 diesel trucks, and then just grew from there. Adam and Patrick drive the truck for me now. They usually campaign out on the East Coast or out on the east side of the Mississippi, but she'll be back. It ought to be here Friday to hook Saturday with the Outlaws. I think Patrick and Adam told me they're bringing 2 or 3 other trucks, so we ought to have a good showing of 3-inch diesel trucks at Platte City.
I would think so.
I wonder who all they're bringing. Tim Tuttle and
I think
some of that crew.
I think Joe Hill's coming, the Dirt Gobbler. I think.
Wow.
I don't know. I'll find out. I'll find out tomorrow and let you guys know. But yeah, we ought to have hopefully 3 or 4 trucks out of the southeast down there.
I was told they'd be there by 4 a.m. on Saturday.
That's
and
fine.
They're rolling out after the poll.
Where are they at on
Oh,
Friday?
so they're
night?
hooking somewhere on Friday night.
I don't know about that, but I know that one of their crew has to work on Sunday. So.
Oh, they're rolling out Sunday morning.
they're-
at 4.
No,
Oh.
yeah. As soon as the poll gets done, they're leaving, heading back. It's about 8.5 hours, but they're getting there about 4 a.m. on Saturday morning. Look, Saturday night, and then they're leaving.
Gotcha.
They must
Gotcha.
have they must have somebody who needs to be in a squad car by
Yes,
shift
that
change.
one. That one. Yep.
I'm hoping
I had
the boys are
dinner with
making
him not too
moonshine or
long
something.
ago.
You what?
I said I'm hoping the boys are making moonshine or doing something productive.
I'm
Awesome.
I'm a little sad because then that if they're rolling out right afterwards, it makes me a little nervous that Patty's not going to cook food.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bad deal.
I know, that's if I'm going to put in a request, if I'm going to go, if I get asked to go, Patty better be cooking. Let's go. Come on.
Ken, let's talk about your trifecta shootout for the 4-1 class. Starts in Platte City, then it's good moving on to Concordia and then Buckner. But Platte City this Saturday. Talk about your trifecta shootout a little bit and your vision behind it.
So the part of it was as Ron Cortez has the pull at Concordia, and he wanted some 4-1s, but they didn't have the funds to have Outlaws or somebody there. And Missouri State agreed to have 4-1s. And so we tried to come up with an idea to get everybody to go to Concordia. And then it's always fun to do a little something mid-season. There's several things mid-season here, but to get people to come, And so we come up with this trifecta idea. And then Jason's a big supporter of the Cowtown when we have the Cowtown. Ron Cordes is a big supporter. And then, of course, us at Buckner. So we kind of tied that together. And then it ought to be a good time. With a lot of questions that we've had was, do you have to be a member to qualify for it? No, you don't have to be a member. You just have to pay the one-time hook fee if you're not a member of one of the organizations where you go. And just come and have fun. The first place will be $1,000, and we'll pay $750 for second. We're $500 for third. Maybe a third place or a fourth place coming. Hey, entertaining some prizes for them for those places too, and we'll go from the farthest distance, combined distance from all three hooks, and then we'll settle up at Buckner afterward.
I like it. And if you're not familiar with Jason Hill's truck, there is the Hill Brothers beautiful Dodge 3.0 diesel truck. Very, very, very tough truck. Honestly, one of the best. And I'm not sucking up to Jason Hill. One of the best 3.0 diesel trucks in the country.
100%.
I love when you and Wayman start talking smack. That makes me laugh. That's like one of my favorite things about you guys. So
Hill, you've got the mic. If just in case you want to start talking smack right now, we'll make sure that Wayman hears it. I'm just saying.
I like it when they call us out. We'll show up.
Wayman,
When
get with the
people call
program.
us out,
Start
we have
digging
no
in the
problem.
couch cushions.
We have no problem showing up and doing a job. So we'll leave it at that.
we have no problem. Spoken like a true guy who owns a construction company, goes and cleans up train wrecks. I love it.
Yeah.
Just show up and clean up. So
Just show
Not
up
gonna
and do
lie,
a job.
Cody,
That's our
Cody
goal.
and I were there, and Charles were actually there to watch that.
Yeah.
that was that deal out at Wagler's, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was
Quality
was that
is
the
job
$5,000
one.
Deal?
Yeah, that was it.
Was that the $5,000 deal?
5,000 on the hood.
Yep.
Is it too dark to see your boat, Hill?
Yeah, it's too dark. I'm standing next to it now. I'm just
Okay.
trying to
Fair
clean it up, put it up more dark.
Awesome.
Again,
That's how you scratch the horsepower itch these days, huh?
Man, I'll tell you what, I'm kind of fond on this gas motor that's in these. It's got a
So let's hear about it. Let's hear about it, because I know there's more than one of those motors on that boat.
It's got a pair of Carson Brummett twin turbocharged. I had it on Jim Watson's dyno, I don't know, 6 or 8 months ago, and it made some huge numbers. I was very impressed with it, but not as impressed as the 3-inch diesel truck. It doesn't have the torque the truck's got. But it'll run. Oh, we were cruising around the lake about 100, 104 tonight. or this afternoon, trying to beat the rain.
Cruising around at 100, 104. No big deal.
No,
And I'll bet it's a whole hell of a lot more fun to drive on Harbor Hop than a 3.0 truck.
it is. It gets a lot of.
I figured.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't trying to beat the rain. He was just late for dinner, really.
Right. Where'd you have dinner tonight? Which restaurant on the lake?
Honestly, someplace up in Osage Beach. We ended up at a buddy of ours, Doc, from Plattsmouth, Nebraska. Jeff and Tracy Henry. Started raining, and then they gave us a ride up to the Mexican restaurant. And we had a few margaritas, Michelob Ultras, and then little Mexican cuisine. So nothing to brag about.
How fast were you going when this picture was taken, Mr. Hill?
That was 104 right there.
I love it.
And 104 on the water sounds so damn good. Oh,
It's a good ride. It's smooth.
I imagine that is. What boat is it?
The 42 Fountain Executioner.
Okay. So it is a fountain. I couldn't remember if you had that or if you had a something else.
No, we've got a 42 Fountain, and then we've got a center console. Actually, we just sold it. Looking for, we'll have something new here on the dock here shortly. It'll be a surprise.
He's going for a pontoon.
No, not. Hey, Summers, I'm not.
It'll be like an 1800 horse Tri-Tune.
It's gonna be a Tri-Tune.
Fastest
Something.
You spelled catamaran wrong.
fastest fishing barge in the world.
Hey, there was a Tri-Tune like 5-6 years ago that went like 110 in the races.
I was there to watch that in person. I actually have photos of it.
Yeah.
It was nuts.
Okay.
Shootout weekend is a little bit bonkers.
Crazy. Shootout weekend down here at the Ozarks a good time.
Yes, it is. I got to get down there again someday.
It's a good time. I think it was last year or the year after somebody got thrown out of a Tri-Tune running 100.
Yeah, that guy was actually from like 45 minutes away from me.
Yeah.
He lived on the south side of Indianola. And I saw a video. He got thrown out, and the boat just went in circles for like 30 minutes while the fire department tried to figure out how to get the thing stopped.
Yep.
Well, let's back to tractor pulling. The boat goes over.
Now,
So
for Saturday night ought to be interesting. The construction guys and the railroad boys, they're all headed home. They'll be home, help us build the track, probably Friday night, most of Saturday morning, and then we'll get ready for a hell of a show Saturday night. We got Brent Roberts is bringing the diesel semis. That's something new. Steve Bailey, Ken Summers. I mean, all those guys have been great help to us. We've got a lot of sponsors in Platte City. I mean, we've raised a bunch of money to really help put this on. Wilbur Ellis, Brian Strider, Ken Pratt Trucking, Arco National Construction, CBiz. I mean, there's a lot of big companies that's really helped us grow this. So we're restarting now. So hopefully we'll get back to where it was back when we had PPL. We originally started with Outlaws, grew to PPL, and then we kind of took a 2 or 3 year break, and hopefully we'll get it built back up and have the greatest Midwest show there is. That's our plan.
how many people can those grandstands hold, Hill?
Man, I don't know. I know the last year we had the tractor pull. I don't remember if it was my brother Justin or one of them, or Jared. One of the boys called and said, "Hey, the highway patrol's calling. Like we had people parked on 29." It was standing room only, and I mean we've got a big grandstand, big fairgrounds there, so it was not a good conversation to have with highway patrol. I can tell you that.
I imagine they weren't happy.
No, they were pissed.
29 is kind of a big road, isn't it, Jason?
Yeah, I-29's 4-lane interstate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was not good. It was not good at all. But no, we ought to have a good turnout. I mean, I'd like to thank a lot of our sponsors. I mean, they've done well for us. Local development company, North Point Development. I mean, there's just a bunch of great people that's in Platte County. or do business with us, with a construction company or mainline, and they've really stepped out of their way to support the fair and what we do every year. So those guys are making it happen. I mean, it's just not us as a fair board, but they're the ones we really need to thank.
Who will be behind the wheel of the Hill Brothers truck Saturday night?
I don't drive it. I'm retired. Probably Kincaid. We're coming here to put on a show, so I'll let Kincaid drive it. I don't know. My 2-year-old daughter, my 13-year-old son, they may get in the wheel of it. You never know.
I think Grace should drive it.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Grace can steer it, and Henry can run the throttle.
Yeah. There you go.
There we go.
Okay, let's see. If we add their ages together, does it equal 16? Not quite.
No, we're close.
We can fib. They can let people across the border. We can fib.
Yeah.
Sign the waiver. Sign the waiver.
Yeah. Tell Van Beek to look the other direction.
Right. Ken, how many calls have you had about the 4-1s from like guys outside of the Outlaws? Summers lose internet? Did Trish turn his phone off?
She started streaming Netflix. It's okay.
Ken Summers. Maybe his ankle bracelet wore off.
Well, now Jason just died off.
Both of them. You think they texted her and said enough of these yahoos?
Oh, wait, no.
There's Hill.
The head Yahoo came back.
I like it.
Who knows where Summers is? He probably forgot to pay his phone bill.
It's been known to happen.
There's a reason that Trish runs the books.
Yep.
There he is.
I just cut out. I don't know what you're talking about, but it wasn't good, I'm sure.
It was not.
Oh, Summers.
We were singing the praises of your wife.
Oh, she's a wonderful person, man. She keeps me in line. Was it for
Keeps
her? I
that
wouldn't
farm
be where
going
I'm
too,
at.
I'm sure.
She does, yeah.
The
Yeah.
2-foot corn dog, Summers.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got a picture of Curtis Lewis last time we was up there eating a corn dog. I'll probably have to dig it out. Yeah, there's lots of good grub to eat up there. So
Yeah, I did a quick live last night for 10 or 15 minutes with Ken talking about Platte City and the trifecta shootout. And he mentions 2-foot corn dogs. And immediately Jason Hill's texted me saying Trish is getting jealous. So I knew that.
Yeah.
Hey, Schultz, are you coming down, or what's your?
I'm going to Chapel Hill, Tennessee. I know you're not going to talk to me for a year, but I still love you. So
We're off. We just got defriended.
we just got defriended.
Kincaid is trying to convince me to come down. I asked him if Mikey's cooking, so
Jason, you give me somewhere to stay, I'll come down.
Come on, I can arrange
I have
it.
never been down there.
Oh, it's a good time. You need to come.
If you haven't, I mean, we're the oldest fair west of the Mississippi, continuous running, and we've got a bar that's open 4 nights out of the year. It's called the Dirty Shame Saloon, and it'll be a good time.
Fair enough. I'll text you.
Perfect.
Jason has mentioned to me that selling beer there is a big part of a fundraiser. Jason, what's a professional way to say it's a party? It's a party.
Schultz, I'm not very good at paragraphing stuff, so.
I don't think you need to go any further than it's a party.
No, you don't. You don't need.
There's
to
nothing
at all.
wrong with the tractor pull breaking out at a party,
It's supposed to happen.
or the other way around. You know,
We-
we went to a tractor pull and a party happened.
Some of the biggest pulls on earth happen to be big parties.
We left a truck and tractor pull one night, and they took my keys to my pickup, and I ended up driving a motor grader to Waffle House. my dad was not impressed.
My dad was not impressed.
No, there's nothing like getting a phone call from your dad at 7 o'clock in the morning going, "Hey, where's my motor grader?" Well, it's
it's at the Waffle House.
Yep. Not good.
That's a fantastic story, actually. I enjoy that a lot. A lot.
No, it'd be a good time. I mean, we've, Bud Light sponsors this. It is what it is, but it'd be it's a very good thing for Platte County and the surrounding communities. We bring in a lot of people, a lot of tax dollars. I mean, it's only 4 nights out a year, but we survive on those 4 nights, so we must be doing something right.
I just love the fact of the proximity to Kansas City and the ability, Jason, to really just get pulling in front of thousands and thousands of people that normally don't see it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I love about your event.
Yeah, we're kind of right on the outskirts of Kansas City, and it's a, literally we're 10 minutes from Kansas City. That's it. You can see KCI Airport. We're at the intersection of 29 and 435, and there's a lot of people that stop just to see the commotion of what's going on. So you're right, Jason. It brings a lot of new faces and a lot of new people to our sport and to Platte County.
Well, and it's also because every 3 minutes, everybody on I-29 headed south or north thinks that something is on fire and they want to go and see what it is.
That's true too.
So you take the exit for come and go, or the exit before or after that one?
Which one?
The come and go exit for Platte City?
It's the Tracy exit. I don't know which one it is.
Like the north of there. Okay.
The very north one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I live in Southwest Iowa,
Smart,
so yeah.
Yeah, it's a TrekSmart exit. They're honestly, Barron and Lowell Hartel, they're big sponsors of the fair. They have their company picnic on our Friday night of the fair, so they're a huge ally or asset, whatever you want to call them, to the Platte County Fair. They contribute a lot. We're happy to have those guys. There's just a good group of people around Platte County that help us put this on.
Adam Wilson, come on, let's go.
Can Adam be convinced?
Adam says not mapping it from Indiana.
Yes, you are.
With big eyeballs,
Come out.
emojis. Jason, what are some of your early memories of the fair? I mean, I know it's your hometown fair, obviously home county where you grew up.
I mean, that's, when I was little, we had a little Kubota mini excavator. There's pictures of that in the Platte County Citizen, the Landmark, digging demolition derby. I remember that. I remember, riding on my dad, my Uncle Terry, their lap, pushing demolition derby cars off. Last year, Grace, she's a year old now, or she's 2 years old now. I mean, we got to go through the carnival with her. I mean, there's just a lot of good memories. I don't think they're all special. I mean, that's it. There's not one that really sticks out. They're just, something I'll never forget. Henry, my son, he's bouncing around, riding around the Gators. We worked all weekend building walls. My niece, she did a big FFA project. So it's just, there's a lot of good memories, it's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of work too, but we always seem to get through it, and we always come out the other end smiling and laughing and giggling. So that's what it's all about, really.
Yeah, I'm just showing some videos right now from your Platte County Fair Facebook page. I know that you have a lot to do with Facebook. You probably made all these videos yourself, Hill. So
yeah, I got an iPhone.
Oh, I love it. I love it a lot. I love it a lot. Ken, have you had a lot of calls on the trifecta? What are you expecting? Are you expecting some 4-1s that maybe don't normally run the Outlaws to come chase your trifectas thing?
Yeah, I think we'll get a few. There's been a few guys from Wisconsin show some interest. Couple guys from Illinois. They're going to. I think MSTPA's got $2,000 for that class, and I think they usually pay out 6 or 8 spots. And if for some reason we don't get that many tractors, we'll split it up whoever's there. If we get more, then we're just going to pay 6 or 8 spots. And but I think we'll have pretty good turnout. I think so.
Nice.
I think the Outlaw people, we'll have a good showing at the Platte City Fair. I think that'll be a real good showing. So we just got to convince those guys to come to Concordia. So. Yep.
No, but I like how you're doing that. I like how you're mixing it up. That's pretty cool. I really enjoy that. So.
I think it'll be a good time. Hopefully Sydney could win it, then I won't have to pay it.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well said.
So I gotta ask: are you gonna let Blake drive at some point? You know,
That's a Blake question. He doesn't. We'll have to see. If Sydney be all right with it and school him up on it good, maybe we can do it. You know. But,
I
I
don't
can
see Sydney letting go of that wheel.
I was gonna
guys.
say I can imagine how that conversation is gonna go. Just
I can imagine that conversation resulting in a red for one.
you know how much I get to drive it, so go figure.
right.
Yeah.
When is the last time you've driven it?
I took it for a spin at the PPL hook in Nashville because we was questioning whether we had an issue or not. So I come back after the end of the class and made a pass with it, and everything seemed fine. But
No, it was PPL in Mountain City, wasn't it?
no, that was the year before. That's when it did not go well.
Yeah.
That did not go well.
Yeah.
That was a rough night in Jericho.
It was. Yeah. That one hurt my back and my pride a little bit. So yeah. Yeah.
Here's Jason Hill's daughter, Gracie, his 2-year-old, the future driver of the Hills Brothers truck. So she'll have a John Deere tractor. She'll talk her dad into that. So
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am pretty sure of that. What's the food of choice at the concession stand at the smoke show? Asking for a thin friend. Russell Dostal. I love Russ.
Russ, we love you.
Kraut burgers. We have some very good Kraut burgers.
Say what now?
Just seriously, it's 4 nights out of the year. Amuse me for once, would you?
Kraut burgers.
I would like to know what is in a Kraut burger.
Yeah, you show up and I'll buy you several.
Fair enough.
Don't ask, just show up. Come on.
All right, fine.
Yeah, Hill, you have yourself. Roos is coming, just so you know. It's pretty much a done deal. So
Well, maybe.
It's
I
pretty close
got
to
to
you,
sell
Roos.
Kara on this.
Yeah, it's well. Bring her too.
No go. We got a family reunion in Michigan next week, and Kara has been tasked. Well, we have been tasked. Well, no, Kara has been tasked with cooking or baking for it. And yeah, if I can sell my way into this one, I can sell anything.
Fair enough.
But we'll see.
Hey,
the officers are here.
No,
Jason, you better run.
He'll teach
They're
us.
chasing. They're chasing something in my house. So.
Oh, that's at your place?
Yep.
Was it at your place when we had the folks from Chapel Hill on?
Yes. No, that was their place. But that
I
was
was
a
going to
train.
say, get some more law-abiding citizens in Richland Center.
I was gonna say, did you make sure Logan's inside tonight?
Yeah, I think. Honey, is Logan inside? Okay. Yeah, he's here.
Well, we haven't heard any barking, so yes, we had reason to wonder.
Yes.
Here, I just want to prove this to Ken Summers. Hey Siri, what's the weather forecast for Buckner, Missouri? Oh, I turned my sound off for the show.
You dope.
Hey Siri, what's the weather forecast for Buckner, Missouri tomorrow?
Looks like it will be cloudy in Buckner, Missouri tomorrow.
Oh, Missouri. I love Missouri. I love it. No, this is fun. I hope that place is so full of people Saturday night, Jason, that they park along I-29 again. So
We do too.
that demo derby you guys must have Thursday. If you have 2 nights of demo derby, that must be stupid big.
It is. It's they put on a good show. Justin Comer runs that for us, and it's really grown over the last several years. So it's a good show.
I know the Outlaw Pullers are jacked. A lot of them, they're pumped. And the mods are coming in, and the Texas guys are rolling in. It's going to be a good show. It's going to be fun. So, Dustin Corliss was last night.
Yeah.
What all classes are running?
Let me get the app out here.
You had the flyer just a minute ago.
Yeah, but I had the wrong we put the wrong class on there. I did. I screwed up on the flyer, and Dustin caught me
Noobs.
last night. So
Noobs.
4-wheel drives, diesel 2.6, diesel 3.0s, 4.1s, mods, pro 4x4s, and pro stocks. So the big classes.
And the semis.
And the semis.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and there'll be at least 5 or 6 semis there. Brent Roberts has been doing a phenomenal job with the semi guys. And
Yeah.
There were 6 of them in Troy. I know Jason was worried about numbers earlier this year, but I'm telling you, that crowd is going to go freaking nuts when the semis light it up. And one of them's from that big rig thing up north. I mean, Ryan, what's his name?
No, both 2 of them, Zimmerman and Joe Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're from Versailles, but they go up there and race up north all the time.
Yeah.
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 And they sound mean. I saw them in Rock Valley. Well, Charles
Well,
knows them better than any of us. So
Those boys don't mess around.
I told Brent, I was like, hey man, your truck's cool, but don't take these Zimmermans lightly. I was like, when we used to brush pull with them, I was like, man, you could never beat them. They know how to make stuff run.
Wait, you used to brush pull with those guys?
Yeah, that's how we started. That's how I met them. We used to farm stock brush pull with them. And
No kidding.
yeah, they had a case, I don't know, 1070 or 1170, 1270 or something that, man, we only beat it with the Oliver maybe once or something. It's tough.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Russ, I have the app. It was a ploy to get Jason to mention what classes were coming.
Oh, see, Russell, we have like little games we play with each other to ask each other questions. So I'm trying to find
Come
some
on,
pictures
Russ.
from the Platte City. We're just giving you crap, Russ. I'm trying to find some pictures from this. Yeah, here. I'm telling you guys, these grandstands are huge. I'm trying to find some older pictures of when they had polling there in the past.
And for the record, I think I am probably the only one on this panel tonight who actually paid the money for the Outlaw app, because the first year you had to pay for it.
What year
Now
was
it's
that?
free.
What year was that?
The first year it came out.
Okay. You didn't answer my question.
Yeah.
Probably, I want to say it was 2020.
Ken, how many times have you hooked your tractor in Platte City?
We've been up there once.
How'd you do?
Got third with a burnt injector or a blowed injector. Yeah. Yeah.
4-1 or farm stock?
It was
4-1, right?
4-1.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was a pedal.
Yeah.
It was a pedal tractor?
Yeah. I was driving then, so we didn't do as good. Yeah.
2017, Jason Goody says. So
That'd been about right. Yeah.
Hill, the hardest pole to win is your hometown pole. Have you won Platte City with the truck?
Yeah, I think we've won it 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
Kind of sounds like you're inviting challengers to take it away from you.
Show up.
Exactly.
I hope they
Perfect
do.
response,
I hope there's
Jason.
40. I hope there's 40
Perfect.
still pickups. I seriously do. I hope a whole huge herd of those boys all show up, because we desperately need it. We need, I've just been watching some 3.0 turnouts, and we've had anywhere from 5 to 10 trucks. And
Yeah, it's been marginal. So.
yeah, back in the day, we'd have, I think that the last year we did it, we had like 25 or 30 diesel pickups, and we're going to get it back to that. We're going to be the Shides of the West. That's what
I was just going to say that. Jason, what's happening in this picture here, buddy? Is this track building?
Yeah, we were. So we used to have a demo or a mud-a-thon Friday night.
No way.
Yeah, I'd call all the guys in, and we'd start in midnight Friday. We'd completely undercut the track 3 or 4 foot. We'd haul all the mud out, turn around, and haul dirt right back in. And for several years in a row, the HB and the mainline guys, they did it. I couldn't ask for a better crew. But nobody complained. Nobody threw a fit. Everybody comes together the week of the fair, and it's quite a sight. We'll do the same thing. We'll start in Friday night. I was talking to Jake Maloney, our equipment manager, and he's bringing some tractors and pans home, so we'll start undercutting the track as soon as the demolition derby's over, and we'll start laying the good dirt back in there and hopefully build a good track for everybody.
Jason, is that starting line or is that finish line that we're standing at in this picture?
We're standing at the starting line.
So pull towards the trees?
Yep.
Nice.
North to the south, east to west. How's the track lay?
West to east.
West to east.
Yep. Yep. We'll start on the in the inner field or the inside, and we'll pull from west to east and head towards I-29. So we'll have a lot of smoke. There'll be a lot of people hopefully stop, and hopefully we'll have the police called on us.
I want the police called on you for parking reasons, not other reasons. So,
I know I'm changing my name this week to Jason Schultz. So
give him out my number.
Yeah.
Oh
He'll
shoot.
be there to defend himself, so it's okay.
Summers, who's got the Missouri Mule in this picture?
Pickering.
Yeah.
That's an old Pickering picture, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure who that one is. Yeah.
I'm just flipping through old photos from the fair.
Yeah, that's Pickering. That tractor hasn't changed in probably 10, 12 years.
Yeah.
At least sheet metal wise.
What's the wildest pull you guys have ever seen on the track in Platte City, Jason Hill?
Who had we had the pro stocks there or super stock? Had the Incredible Hulk, or what was on the side of it? Matt Clemens.
Oh, super stock diesels.
Yeah.
Alter Ego.
Blew down
Alter Ego.
there. Matt Clemens.
Yeah.
did. And at the end of the track at like 340 feet, I mean, he took a hard right and went right towards the crowd. That was probably the wildest. I mean, he didn't hit anybody. I think a steering cylinder or something broke. That was probably the wildest. I thought it was going in the crowd.
Boy, that's been a minute.
Yeah.
The super stock diesel 4x4s haven't pulled out in west of the Mississippi in a long time, have they?
No, that was Christy and John and those guys gave us the super stock diesels. That had to be.
That was early on, Jason. Like, I bet like 13 and 14.
I was going to say 14 or 15.
Yeah.
That's
when they were just starting to get big because we were able to get them in Richland Center before Salama stole them from me. So.
Yeah, that was probably the wildest ride. The wildest ride I've seen at the fair.
Here's a picture from Roos when Snuffy was red. I don't know. Tell me if this third tractor, if that's stuck in Schneider, because there's Ruthless too. This is 20. I see a MAV TV banner, so this has got to be obviously the PPL days. No, that's a Gopher, isn't it? That's a Gopher.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, that's 2015 or older.
Yeah, I'm
'Cause I
looking
think-
right now, Ryan.
I want to say 16 or maybe 16.
It says July
When-
25, 2014.
All right, because I think it was 16 that Snuffy went silver.
Okay. Just flipping through the archives here. So
That's before my days.
good stuff.
Yeah, I have pictures. I have pictures of one pass when Snuffy was red.
Okay.
And at the time, who did they have driving it? Gosh, it was in Bedford. Jason, you were there. Actually, both of you Jasons might have been there. Travis Doman,
Okay.
I think, drove it. I think Travis drove it that night.
Here's a picture from 2013. This is kind of fun. This is 10 years ago. Did I say 2015 or 2013?
13.
Okay, so this is 10 years ago. I'm pretty good with
Stop
math.
drinking on the job.
Water, baby.
Whatever.
There you go. Whose yellow truck is that?
I don't know. Look at all
That's
the
not
people.
Banana Max, is it?
That's the Hammer Down truck, isn't it?
That's a diesel, though.
Is it? Well, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
And look at the crowd. The freaking crowd's huge. That's awesome.
That's not Matt Schaefer, is it?
Yeah,
That's
could
what I was
that be
wondering.
prehistoric Banana Max?
That's what I'm thinking.
That would be back when Banana Max still had leather interior and a stereo. No, I'm serious.
It's a Duramax truck, whatever it is.
Yeah.
There was a time when Matt Schaefer could still play whatever he wanted when he was making a hook.
Boys, I got to cut out. I will catch up to y'all maybe
Yeah.
tomorrow. And
No, we'll wrap this up. We'll wrap
thanks
this up.
for putting all this on, and we'll look forward to seeing everybody here pretty quick.
This is happens. This
All right,
is
buddy.
what happens when we're friends with you guys. We just babble. So
No, I enjoy it, but I just got something I got to get done for in the morning, and I ain't gonna get her done. So, yeah. But, I thank you all, and we'll catch y'all a little later.
all right.
Tell
see you,
Trish
Summer.
we said hello and we love her.
I will. All right, bye.
Trish heard us talking about the 2-foot corn dogs and texted Ken, said come inside. So
Oh my God! Did you really just say that?
No comment.
Oh, really?
Charles, hit the mute button.
God.
After Cody, you guys are going to rip on me like that, and Cody went straight 7 F-bombs in a row last week in 15 seconds. You're going to pick on me about that? It's Beer Money After Dark.
Hey, he was seeking the Don Salami's approval.
Yeah,
and I
what's
think
that
he
all
got
about?
it.
Not
What's
proud
that
of
all
that.
about?
Let's just say I had a few.
Well, yeah. It's all good.
Jason, did we not tell you what the story was with that? With
I
the
had no
Don
clue.
Salama approved show?
No,
just let it go.
No, I want to know.
No,
I want to know.
No, I'll tell him because it only happens. I mean, it's only a Don Salama approved show when it happens from you, Cody. So you control whether it happens. But at the farm show, we're holed up with Tanner and Corey from Farm for Profit. If you don't follow their podcast, you need to.
Yeah.
Cody and I are good friends with those guys, and we had just done a distillery tour and yada, yada, yada. We're at the hotel having a drink, and here comes Don and his crew. And so I, kind of instinctively get up and go over there and say hello, and holler at him. And Cody comes with me, and Don says,
This is the first time I've met Don.
Don has known Cody for all of like 12 seconds. And he looks at him and says, "You're the quiet one. What's wrong with you? Why don't you ever say anything interesting like shit or fuck or, something interesting?" And he legit puts his hand on Cody's shoulder.
In the
says,
Don Salama way. Yep, I know what you're talking
Yes, he does. And for those of you who know Don well, you know when he does this. He puts his hand on Cody's shoulder and says, "You ought to say that once in a while, just to keep things interesting." And so So if you ever hear us say this is officially a Don Salama approved show, that's why.
about. Cody did his job.
Little
Jason
inside
Hill,
baseball for everybody.
Jason Hill, let's let you go to bed. Let's wrap it up for you, buddy. Platte City Smoke Show this Saturday, July 22nd, 6 p.m. 8 outlaw classes. Again, the trifecta for all you 4.1 limited pro stock pullers out there. Ken Summers is putting together some bonus money for you guys. Hit Platte City, Outlaw Pull, Buckner, Outlaw Pull, and Concordia, which is an MSTPA pull, which stands for Missouri State Tractor Pulling Association. You do not have to be a member. Just got to pay the day hooks for those, and you can win the extra money for the total distances combined over those 3 pulls. And right now it's at a minimum of $1,000 for first place. Nolan Summers, I know he's already working on some other stuff as well. So.
100%.
Yep. Jason, wrap it up, big guy, for you. Jason Hill, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Thanks, guys. We appreciate all the support.
No, we're happy. I'm pumped, and I hope you have a gigantic crowd and a great turnout of pullers. I hope the 3.0 trucks really come and support. I'm hoping the East guys that, because your truck lives over that way, I hope they come this way and support your pull.
Yeah, I hope they do too. I think we're going to get a few of them, and then we'll just keep building on that from every year. So.
Nah, they're not going to show up. They know that they'll lose too badly. See what I did there?
Never know.
Awesome. Thanks, Jason. Have a good night, buddy.
See you guys. Thank you.
Jason will probably see you Saturday.
Jason Hill. Platte City,
It's
Missouri.
been a hot minute since we've had Jason Hill on the show.
It's been a while. Charles, you're way too quiet tonight.
Not a lot to say.
Well, talk to us, Charles. I want some Charles in my life. My Charles.
I know why he's quiet.
You do? Because I don't.
I think he's still
Hey.
still in awe.
Compressed air.
Yeah, that one.
Supercharging.
Yeah, that
was
still
like
has my head. That's
Jason,
my head dog
you can
wrapped
laugh
up.
all you want,
That was
but
cool.
old Marv Epperson's head would frickin' explode if Tyler Slaw shows up with a Mini that runs on compressed, supercharged air. Holy crap. There was if you guys want to see this is a real thing. 100% real thing. There's a Pro Mod, I think.
It's a top sportsman car.
Whatever. Runs 630s ish.
608.
6'8".
Shut up, both of you.
Did you not watch the video, man?
I did while I was shoveling food in my face 4 minutes before the show. Compressed air supercharging. You ought to look that up. Holy crap, is that cool?
How do I look it up?
Charles, give like the rundown.
Have you ever heard of Google?
The rundown, the basic premise is it's a car that has essentially 3 scuba tank bottles of extremely compressed air, and the car comes up to the line. It's a big block V8 Chevy based motor, snorkel coming out, fuel injector underneath it, and for idling around and burnouts and stuff, the throttle butterfly at the front's open. When he gets to the line and goes up on the 2-step to stage the car, as soon as he lets go of that trans brake, that butterfly shuts, and the only air the car gets is from the compressed air tanks. And what is an 800 horsepower motor at aspirated now becomes a 2100 horsepower engine, and it'll run a 608, and it'll do it a mile high Vandermeer, and you don't have to change anything. You never have to do jet changes, none of that, because you're giving it the same atmosphere every single time.
And I happen to know that there's at least one guy who would run it if he thought that he could get away with it. And he lives in Michigan. Do I need to say any more?
You already said his name at the beginning of the show. Yeah,
the crazy thing about that is the consistency.
Well, you did.
Hold on. The thing about that's like the consistency they're going to have from running, in Denver versus running in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
it's the same. Like you're not tuning it for the altitude. They threw the weather station away. That's the crazy part. Is it is consistent every single time they run down the track.
Yeah, but let's be honest. How often is that going to come into play with a mini rod or with the mod?
How about every time you go to farm show and it's cold and then hot, and then you go outside and inside, do you tune it from the fat end of the track or the short end of the track? It would be consistent every single time, no matter what the temperature is. Did you ever think about that?
Is that true? Are we sure of that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the air is with the expansion from it is such a heat suck that it's hitting the intake manifold at -100 degrees Fahrenheit. It's already going to be colder than anything else around it.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that part. I do remember hearing that during the interview. Anyway, this for those of you who are completely confused about what the heck we're talking about, just go to the NHRA Facebook page and look at their videos.
Yeah.
It
Maybe
was
the fifth
from
or sixth one down.
Yeah, it was from 2 days ago. This stuff is really cool. And I really hope that somebody decides that they want to, gamble on this. And I really hope that the prevailing organizations will let them run it, because it would be nice to maybe progress beyond partying like it's 1979.
Should we see if Marvin's awake?
Sure, if you want to.
While you're checking on that, I got to continue to remark after this weekend about the health and strength I'm seeing of both crowd attendance and entry lists at a lot of these events that I'm attending. Saturday night, we had one track, 110 hooks signed up. And that's not the same 15 antique guys doing it 6 times each.
Right.
It was 110 hooks. Up through
Where were
Super
you?
Farm. And I was with Thumb Tractor Pulling Association here in the Thumb.
Okay.
And we did have one class of antiques. Yes, there were 15 in that, 5 mile per hour. But then from there, we go all the way to Super Farm and 3.6 diesel truck and single engine mods and all that too. So
nice.
Okay, so Dennis Anderson texted me during the show, and they're sitting around drinking beer out in Nebraska, and he says we're having a debate. One was the first pull with a mechanical sled. Charles?
Oh gosh, I'm not necessarily 100% sure what the answer to that would be.
So I'm going to read through the comments, guys. I posted this on Beer Money when we were doing the show.
It's going to be the Landau sled, I would think, would have been the first sled that was kind of fully mechanized, but where it was used first, I don't know.
So Buckner Truck and Tractor Pull commented, Oak Grove, Missouri.
Brandon's comment.
I'm sure Jerry Mullick can tell you, so old they use dinosaurs.
Well played, Brandon.
I saw Molinex in Marthasville and Troy. That was a hoot.
Dennis, come on.
Janet Wilson.
You know better than to ask us like real questions about the history of the sport.
Yeah, well, I was hoping this is where Charles shines, so that's all good. Janet Wilson, I remember them in the mid-1960s called Eliminators, and pretty much all farm stock and modified. Jerry Green, John Green, do you remember? Ooh, that's some Wisconsin names there. Okay. Jimmy Lutke, Brandon Johnson, tag Jimmy. Would be awesome to know. Mark Buss says, first one I saw was in Augusta, Illinois, probably late 60s at the county fair. Sled was built by Glenn Orr, had a bunch of tractor weights on a trolley pulled forward by a cable. Maybe Connie or Daryl Ruffcorn can give dates. Mark Buss says, I'm going to say late 60s. He built the second sled in 73. Fred Rodhouse Jr., Dad built this in Pleasant Hill, Illinois in 1969. It was painted John Deere green. I'd have to pull it out and flip it, guys. You understand that? But
all the John Deere haters are currently saying, oh, that it must be copied from somebody.
I'm going to say late 60s in Kentucky. Doug Roberts may be able to help. Linville, I think Mike Smith made the first mechanical use here, died in 69. Doug Roberts said Linville, not sure, but was in the 60s. 72 or 73, Fort Recovery. So it's that 60s, 70s, guys, we're seeing. Lloyd Lukey patented and built the first sled? Really? I didn't know that. Zolik did a full interview with Lutke. I think it's on YouTube somewhere. Anyway, it's just a good question. So this is the Lutke. They had a deal up at Lutke's farm. But that was, I think this was it right here. 50 years of pulling. This has been 5, 6, 7 years ago now, I think. Eliminator 1. There's the trolleys. That's neat. I don't know. I just wanted to share that one quick. So, Charles, where were you this past weekend?
Thumb Tractor Pulling Association, Minden City. It started raining right when we were supposed to start at 3 o'clock that afternoon, so we had a 90-minute wait to actually get up and running, but finished at a respectable for a rain delay this time around 1 a.m. instead of 3:47 a.m.
Attaboy.
Yeah. I feel bad for you, Charles.
You know what though? I like everybody says they always want a show to be done like 9-10 o'clock because they want the fans to get to the carnival or whatever. Well, this event is a standalone event essentially. There's a beer tent with a live band in it, and that's it. There's nothing else to go see. And I'm a tractor pull nut. I don't want to be done at 10 o'clock. If there's more stuff I can go run and announce and have fun with. So if we play till 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm not the guy you're chasing away at all. So it doesn't bother
but
me.
I'll stay till 1 if the show is moving, Charles. You know,
But
I don't want
we
to
keep it going.
Yeah.
We keep it going.
That's important, just because I'll get bored otherwise. Sounds like I got the Chapel Hill boys go till 12:30 or 1.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you'll have fun there.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a hoot. Cody, my man, where were you this past weekend?
I took the weekend off from pulling, did a few other things, and then I went to Hot Summer Nights with 1320 Video, which was a stellar event for car show.
Where's that at?
That was in Northwest Omaha.
Okay.
So they were offered a parking lot, and when I talked to Kyle, he said we've never had to work with a brand new parking lot with it had to worry about oil stains coming from cars and trucks. So that was a new one for them. But they had a great event, and they had a awesome turnout. I mean, they filled, I forget how many parking spots.
815
in 90 minutes. Yeah.
Jeez.
So it was stupid, and it was a lot of fun. So I left before red and blue lights showed up for the most part. Just because
red and blue lights did show up though.
Well, I mean, when I jumped on the highway, there was red and blue lights on the highway stopping cars from doing pulls down the highway. So
you'll have that on these bigger jobs.
Yeah, but no, it was a good time. So I didn't go. I was going to go to David City, but I just kind of wanted a night to not have to deal with doing too much, and so I cruised up there for the night. So
I'm jealous. I wish I could have gone with you.
I talked to a guy that drove. He drove 4 hours from Eastern Iowa over with a little rat rod that was pretty cool. Visited with him for a while, and
shut up. Quit adding insult to injury.
They're going.
Are you hurting? Hey, Cody, are you hurting Ryan's feelings right now?
Apparently.
Oh, please continue. Please continue. Please continue.
Camera's small. You got to make sure you get it in the right frame.
There. Yeah, you gotta zoom out a little bit there with your finger there, Bruce. So.
But no, it was
all
fun.
of you except Charles.
It was a lot of fun. See those guys and what they've done, type of thing. Parking was stupid, and at one point they posted they don't have room for parking until people leave. I'm sorry, that was their honest post, is they didn't have room for parking. There was people parking on the side of the road, like on where the sidewalk should go, or parking on the streets, like everywhere. So they had a packed house, and it was a lot of good fun. So got to see a lot of fun stuff.
And if I'm not mistaken, that show kind of originated like last minute, didn't it?
No, it's been for a while. They've had it.
Have they been advertising for that?
Yeah, I don't know if they've been advertising, but it's been a thing for several months now.
Okay, so people knew about it.
Yeah.
All right.
You wouldn't think that there's like this really, really, really good exotic car scene in Omaha, Nebraska, but there is.
Oh, I bet there is.
But
yeah.
the thing is, like, I mean, that it really depends on which event you go to. Because, like, on Sunday, H&H Chevrolet had an all Chevy show that was packed as well. I mean, like, all Chevrolet stuff, and it was just packed. But I mean, there's everything from rat rods to, there was an old Ford, and I shit you not, it probably had like 45s on the tires type of thing, like regular cab, long box, like cool old Ford type of thing, to an old International rat rod that's got an LS underneath it. I mean, in Supras and their Lamborghinis to RS3s, RS5s, brand new RS7. And of course, Kyle's new RS8 type of thing. They had their soon-to-be giveaway Ford Mustang that's going to be coming up with only like 22,000 miles. So an SVT. Yeah, I mean, it just a little bit of everything from Cummins trucks to rat rods and Lamborghinis and Supras and in between. So it was a lot of fun.
How old were the RS5s? Please tell me they were the naturally aspirated V8s.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay, folks, for those of you who are still awake and paying attention, if you want to hear a truly unbelievable V8, go Google the 2013, 2014 Audi RS5.
It was later. It was later than that.
Shut up.
But I will tell you, there was a GTI that was stupid fast. Oh my god! It got on the internet.
Well, that's why mine wasn't there. It was not stupid fast.
It was, yeah. But I will tell you, the GTR had the loudest cackle when he let off of it going out. I mean, it was like gunshots for like miles after he got on the on ramp. So,
crackle tunes are lame. I said what I said.
I don't think it was a crackle tune. I think he was just letting off of it. Let's put it that way.
Charles, Jaguar. They don't have a crackle tune.
No, there's cars that don't.
The F-Type, oh my goodness.
I've got
a buddy up in Ames who's got one. An F-Type R. The crackle on that thing when he gets off the gas is just stupid. There are a few that can sound good without the aid of computers.
Awesome.
Have we lost all the followers, Jason?
Oh, the numbers are going down. That's okay. It's been 2 hours.
Yeah, there are now 7 people watching.
Oh no, we still got 40. We had over 200
All right.
people watching for the first hour. Then once the promoters left, it was down. We're down to our 51, our core 50. I call them our solid
All right.
50. So
all right, most of them don't give a rat's ass about Jaguar F-Types, but whatever.
2 of them do. They commented, so it's all good.
Yeah.
I was
Fair
in
enough.
Troy, Missouri Friday night. It was awesome. And then the fire department said, there's lightning and you can't have a tractor pull anymore. The wind came in. Chris Kane brought his 5.0 Pro out, and I was all excited to see it run. Aces Wild, I got to see it run Saturday night in Marthasville, but he hurt something, I think a fuel pump. But that stinks. We got about half the show in at Troy, and then I went to Marthasville on Saturday. We had 3 outlaw classes and 5 Excalibur classes, and it was a freaking blast, you guys. A town of like 1,100 people. I bet there was 3,000 or 4,000 people there. It was insane. That was the one I told you about where Leroy had to announce that if you parked in the bean field, the farmer already called the tow truck. You might want to hurry. So it was a good time. Good time. It was fun to see all the Excalibur guys and gals and everybody. And Leroy was on the mic, and it was just a fun night. Good old small town Missouri festivals. I mean, it was a hoot, absolute hoot. So,
Hey, can we talk about social media and the polling teams that are using it effectively? This is something I wanted to bring up after Rock Valley, and I never got the chance to. But for those of you who updated your fans, good, bad, or otherwise, kudos to you. I noticed it. It showed up more and more in my social media feeds than I think that I've ever seen it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the rest of these guys would probably agree with me. Good for you guys.
It's
Thank
awesome.
you for updating your fans, because you've realized that your fans are from all over this country.
Yep.
And not all of them could get to Rock Valley or Henry or Jerseyville or wherever. Good for you guys for using social media as it was intended. Tell us what happened, good, bad, or otherwise. And I know Chris Kane did that. He mentioned that I think it was the fuel pump. Something didn't work right, and they didn't make the run that they'd planned on. Keep your fans updated. That stuff goes a lot further than you think. So put in the extra, 2 minutes to put in a photo or a video, even if it's a Snapchat video. Throw something up there and tell us what happened. It hits a lot more people than you may realize, which I think was cool.
I love when they tell people where they're going. That's what makes me happy as a
Yes.
retro pulling thing, because
I would agree.
and I'm glad you brought this up, because for the longest time, I don't have any followers. I only got a couple hundred followers or a couple thousand. I'm telling you guys, it doesn't matter how many followers you have. It's about Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or whatever. They're going to show it to people, not even your followers, if they like pulling and there's a connection in that crazy algorithm. You hear us say it all the time, but it's legit. None of us know how it works, but we know if you like truck and tractor pulling, and Facebook knows that you like truck and tractor pulling because you like it, and then somebody else, and then Kane comes over from the east to pull west of the Mississippi, bang, a lot of people saw that, and it's just super cool. I love the how it works. It's neat.
Yep.
It's neat. What's up with your boots, Roos?
I went to Tipton, Iowa this weekend.
Oh, you did the ECI hook.
Yeah, for the ECI hook, and at less than 2 hours until showtime, they got dumped on by rain. And to be real honest, the driest part of that entire facility was the track. And it worked in their favor because it turned into what would have been, had we run some like really big classes, like, super high horsepower classes, it would have been a balls out monster of a track, like brought pro stocks to their knees, wrecked drive lines, the whole works. And it was a good show. Ran, I don't know, 37,000 classes. There were a bunch of classes. I think there were probably 6 or 8 classes.
Just ran 37,000, Charles. I like how he just pulls that number out.
It happens. It was a good show. The crowd showed up. The crowd didn't care that we started a little bit late because it took a little time to rework that track after the rain. They stayed for the full show. This might kill my my invite for the future. I would tell the announcer to not use the term hell of a every 13 seconds like he did. But that's pretty much the only criticism I have of the show is you got to remember your audience. There's kids in that audience and they don't need to hear that. And yes, I know the haters and the naysayers are going to say, well, they hear a whole lot worse than the audience, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. They don't need to hear it in an amplified mic. But that's the only thing. They ran a pretty good show. They had good turnout. They had multi-organizational turnout.
At Tipton?
Yeah.
Who
else? Brad Lindell showed up. Chris Bates was there.
Oh. Keswick, Iowa in the house.
Keswick, Iowa was in the house. Let me think. 4-1s were a little bit light, but Chris Lear ended up winning the class. And so we had multi-state turnout for 4-1s because Bausmas were there as well. And it was a good show. It's the first time I've ever gotten to see a show in Tipton run to completion. The last time I was there was 2021, I think, and they had some unfortunate breakage of the sled, and they had to 86 the show about, I don't know, halfway through. But it was muddy, and my boots weighed about 4 pounds more per boot by the time I took them off before I got in the car. and Wyatt, they are fine. But it took a screwdriver to get them that way, to
'Cause
dig
you
all
got
the
some
mud out of
fancy-
it.
Don't you got some fancy boots, Roos? Some like ostrich
didn't.
skin or something, or python or something?
No,
That's me.
but I have.
Oh.
Yeah, Cody has expensive boots.
They don't. They don't go out in that. Let's be honest.
Yeah, same here. I don't have expensive boots because they don't make expensive boots in giant foot sizes.
What size
Because
feet do you have, Roos?
14 or 15, depending on the maker of the footwear.
Them are some big feet, boy.
Yes, they are big feet. And Kara, with the last pair of boots that I bought, Kara said, "You wear those on a pulling track, I will kill you until you are dead." And,
I can confirm that if they get muddy, they do not go in the house. She said those after Jesse's.
Yeah,
trip, he says.
Yeah,
"Those
you
go
remember
off
that
before you come in the house." Yes.
Yeah, that's true. Kara threatened him with his life if he took his boots off, or if he didn't take his boots off before he walked into the house. So I have learned, and on Saturday morning, I got out a screwdriver and picked all the dirt out of my boots, and now they're clean again. They're at least the ones I go tractor pulling in.
I love it. I love it. Challenge to all the social media videographers, digital creators out there. Yesterday, I posted, tell me about the best pit food. And that has gone like viral, like on my personal timeline, all the pullers that cook different meals. But like, you know, we have our go-tos, Roos, Cody, Charles, I do, because we kind of run with the similar crowds that we know. Donald Nelson invited me over to his trailer for some Texas pork chops, and they were stupid good after Marthasville. So it made me thinking, and I had never really eaten with Donald Nelson before, so it made me happy. And the Texas Bullwhip boys. And that got me thinking, it's fun to read through all the comments. But like Adam, all you guys that do a phenomenal job. Go out and interview some. I want to see some exclusives in the pits on your social media, your TikToks, your Facebook, your YouTubes of the pullers and what they're cooking. I think this could be a lot of fun. I'm excited to see some of these videos.
What do you want to be?
Jason,
what do you want?
Jason,
like, what's the guy?
Can we please get on an airplane?
Yeah,
because Luca Fabri had the mic drop.
Yeah,
I saw that.
I thought you were going to say he's like Guy Fieri. He's like, hey, I want to see your food and I want to taste it on camera. And so I would do that if Luca says like, come here, like, yes.
Which one of our
Luca can be the tractor puller of Flavortown.
Yeah.
So which one of our pulling friends have private jets?
Jason Rowan.
So
if you're watching, just saying.
We need to know, seriously, does anybody just have a ballpark what it would cost in fuel to buzz over to Italy and back?
To buzz over to Italy. I love it. Can we maybe stop in Modena while we're there? Some of us would like to see the Ferrari plant.
No, we're going over there. We're going over there for polling and eating.
Ain't care.
So, all right.
Ain't care. I want to see Ferrari while I'm there.
Cody, where are you going next, big guy?
I'm probably going down to Platte City.
Cool. That's a great event.
Yep.
Great event.
I've never been there, so I'm kind of excited. It's not too terribly far away.
Rusi?
I wouldn't be if I can sell this to Kara.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Platte City.
Gotcha.
I'm going to text Jason if we can work something out. Yeah, I'll go down there.
Gotcha. I like it. It'd be good to have your guys' lenses down there. Mr. Charles.
Thursday night, I'll be at St. Clair County 4-H Fair with the Thumb Tractor Pulling Association for their, it won't be their next hook because they've got one between now and then that I'm not doing. Weather permitting, it's supposed to rain. We'll see for Thursday night. Then I got the weekend open, so I'm probably going to load up my cameras and sneak across the state line and fulfill a certain challenge that the guy on this screen gave me. So,
yes, sir.
Yep.
Excited. I have a running list of who's got what this year because I didn't do a very good job last year. So
Has anybody actually fulfilled one of your challenges?
Not yet. There's been some people that have been trying, but I've challenged them to try harder.
I tried in 2020.
Yeah, before the challenge existed here for you.
No, it was not. The
I'm pretty
challenge was thrown down in 2020.
Mm.
Otherwise, I would have not bothered Anna Pravacek because I wanted to borrow her pit vipers and her face wearing them.
That's fair. I challenge you to try harder.
Shut your pie hole. Charles, when can we give him a challenge?
Right now.
Yeah.
Charles and I have yet to confer on this.
You're in a group
because we want to give him one that is equally difficult as the ones that he's thrown down on us.
It's not that hard.
Shut your pie hole.
I want you to I want you to successfully light paint a vehicle that is painted all flat black.
Chase Richardson.
You better call Adam Serve right now.
Chase Richardson's matte black. That's about as close as it gets.
The full
Adam
truck?
Serves, and we want a reflection of the eagle in the side shield.
No, that doesn't happen in matte. You can't. That's not possible. That doesn't exist.
Yes, it does. If you're light painting, if
No.
you're light painting something, the eagle is actually reflective.
What
I
do you
got it
want
to
to
turn
reflect
out in a
for?
sunshine shot of
All I
Tim
asked-
Blancasport.
All I asked of you was a reflection shot. That's it. That's simple.
Yeah, and I posted one, but that wasn't good enough for you.
Yeah, you didn't actually. Never mind. We're gonna leave it at that.
Cody,
What's the matter with you?
Mr. Pulltown Nuts got a challenge for you. Find one sober person in the camp.
Good luck.
I'm gonna fill out that one because I'll be at Wisner.
I know where there'll be one.
So
you'll be there.
I'm not going, but I know where in the campground there would be one.
I'll
Darren
get a
Hartwell.
Snapchat from somebody.
That'd be two.
That'd be two.
All right, fair enough. I was going to say if who is it that runs it's a Super Farm? It's a Tim Shipley chassis, I think. It's called Holy Smokes.
Yegi?
Steve Yegi. If he's there, he might be sober because I kind of think he wears a collar. I think he's a member of the clergy.
Yeah, he is.
Huh?
He is.
Yeah. But they
Yeah,
can
he
have
does the,
they can
he
have
does the
it all
prayer
member.
for us at Rockwell every year.
Yes, I agree. And I always appreciate that.
It's awesome. It's awesome. Well, Charles, you got everybody. I'm going to Chapel Hill, obviously, if you watched earlier the show. So I'm gonna let you guys go.
I wasn't. You're going to Chapel Hill? I've been told that you need to try the coleslaw.
And this is where we say good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. Let's Grow Pulling. See you next Monday.
Later on, guys.
I'm gonna do my pick'em contest with the rest of you. Charles is logged off here. So I'm gonna finish my pick'em contest at fullpull.us. For those guys, seriously, go check this out. Go win some money. Go have some fun. Play free games and win dinero. Bring up back on the screen. It's super easy. If Jason Schultz can do it, you can do it too. So I did the session 1 challenge earlier. I did the diesel super stock challenge already while we were wrapping up. So mini rods, $200 cash prize. You hit the play button. And what do we got to do? Kester on the graphic. I like it. That's sharp. Pick the top 3 mini rod finishers in any order. I picked Bauer to win earlier. Pretty wicked. Boom. Let's see. Pick the mini rod winner. I picked Bauer earlier. Pick him again. Distance of the winning pole round of the nearest foot. 354. I thought I was logged in already. Maybe it unlogged me for lack of intervention here. 608. Jason Schultz. Wisconsin. Complete my entry. Boom. Thought I was signed in already. Back to the lobby. Pro Stocks, Super Bowl of the South. Pro Stocks. Top 3 Pro Stock finishers in any order. Got to go get Masterson. I'm going to go Masterson, 1 and 2. And then I'm going to grab Couch. It's close to home. They said earlier, Pro Stock winner. Got to go grab me a River Rat. It'd be crazy not to. 355. So go do this, guys. Share this with your friends too. This is a hoot to do all of this. But it really keeps you engaged in what's going on with the games and everything. So, and if you're in Bullitt or if you're in Chapel Hill and I haven't met you yet, I want to meet you. I'm just going to be having fun, just promoting pulling out there. Really looking forward to it. So, and the prop bets start tomorrow. The prop pick'ems or whatever, like the coin toss type stuff. So. Go to the game page. Well, I got some people signed up already. Profab Chick signed up already tonight. This is fun. This is fun. There's me. So yeah, about 20 people signed up already for the games. They just launched them before we started the show tonight. That's Pro Stock. I did that already, didn't I? Yeah. Four-wheel drive. I picked Carmen Foster to win earlier in my 1. Everybody liked Rule 19. Got to go grab Mick because he won Toma and then Carmen. Pick the four-wheel drive winner. I'll grab 19. Pick Carmen earlier. They're going to 331. Distance for the four-wheel drive trucks. I must have logged out, guys. Normally you just pop it in here and you're done. But this is fun. Makes it good for everybody. Thanks everybody for watching our shows every Monday night. We appreciate you a lot for hanging out with us. So you can share the game. What happens then? You just go out to the old Facebook. Can you post it then on the old Facebook? Let's take a peek. Look at that. This is another thing. Just text that to your buddies or Snapchat them or whatever you want to do. Oh, cool. I like it. I like that a lot. I'm learning. Sharing the game, viewing the leaderboard. View my picks, back to lobby, full pull gear. Hats, hoodies, cool stuff, stickers. Play now. I'll go back and finish my picks. Unlimited session 1. Top 3 in any order. Bauer. Joe and David. Unlimited winner. I think I picked Joe earlier. I'm going to pick Joe again. I said they let him hop there. 365. It's a good track. This is fun. I love this. Free to play. Free to play, guys. It's easy. Boom. So you can see how many people have signed up already and then in different things like that. So Brandon Martin Photography, he was in, he came to Martinsville, takes great photos. It's fun to kind of read some of the names. That's obviously Lisa Peterson, Brent Yarin, Hooked Up Pulling Productions, Unhooker Pro. So yeah, good times. All the active leaderboards, and you can go back and see how people. So these are the prizes that people won already. So from Henry, C. Pettis won $100. Brad Carey won $100. Dave Keel won $25. $75 to Brad. Doug Borth, Keith Dorman won $500 for Thunder in the Valley. Pro Stock Winner Circle Picks. It's just a hoot, guys. Get on here, do it. There's your leaderboards. Click through all that. So Troy, Missouri got rained out. So, okay. I'm going to play a couple videos, and then I'm going to go to bed. So thank you for watching. Platte City, Missouri this Saturday. Helenville, Wisconsin this Friday. Montgomery City, Missouri this Friday. It's going to be a great time. Chapel Hill, Tennessee, Friday and Saturday. All right, Brand. Grab some videos for you guys and gals.
What's your favorite thing about tractor pulling?
First of all, it's an excellent sport, and we have made a lot of very good friends. Well, they moved us over here. We used to be over there. We had water, and we'd bring a pool.
It's a full pool exclusive. So what's your favorite class?
Light Limited Pros.
Can you give us an example of what that sounds like? Now, what are we cooking right here?
Well, we've been cooking brats, burgers, bacon now. That's about it.
Adam Bauer, Peyton, Iowa.
If you don't know that name, you don't know. This is a big time mother right here. Can you give me your best impression of a badass motor?
Join the Countdown to Pull Time Show live stream for the Super Pull of the South in Chapel Hill, Tennessee. Full Pull is the official fan app for truck and tractor pulling and will bring fans a live preview, breakdown, and predictions for all sessions of pulling. Get an inside look at your favorite drivers and competitors. Mark your calendars July 21st and 22nd for the Countdown to Pull Time Show, going on air 1 hour before the start of each session. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook to watch the free live stream.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you.